Already got some people in the chat. Let's go.
Hey, I'm eating a chopped cheesy.
Cheesy.
There we are.
No, you're
Okay,
not,
now
though.
we're live. Although
Didn't
my
wish.
editor, I have absolutely broken this. That's okay
Bugs
though.
it already.
Go
I already
Second.
figure.
boomerang our streaming platform thing that I use.
Go figure.
Hey,
Oh, fair.
welcome to Boomerisms 101. First thing is learn that Windows does not call it a trash bin. They were called is
The
it a
recycle bin.
But here's my problem with that. You're throwing
It's
it away. It's not being
fine.
recycled.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
it looks
but
like a trash can. Just look for it on your desktop. It's not
it
that
is
difficult. Just look for the
paper
fucking
because
trash can.
it's like a document that's like they call it recycle because it's like paper, and ultimately in the trash bin on the Mac, it's not completely thrown out itself either. It's also just sitting there until you clear your trash bin. So really, I think PC
It's
kind
like
of
taking
has.
out the trash.
It's like they kind of have like the second like just a nudge on the upper hand on just that. I will say there's a lot of things that they don't. I forget there was something that I saw yesterday that pissed me off. And I was like, this is very
This
Mac style.
conversation's pissing me off right now.
Very Mac style.
Yeah.
The recycle bin doesn't empty it out right away. Same with the trash bin.
Exactly. Same with the trash bin. You
Yeah.
just gotta right click it and empty bin.
I'm glad this is
Do it.
our conversation for today. This is
Empty
going
the bin.
well. Although I was the one that did bring it up. Welcome back, guys, to another show. What is this episode? 68. Almost to 69. Almost
Wait,
there.
last week was 67?
Oh,
Fuck.
oh, that's why you were teasing them out, dude.
I didn't even realize. God damn it.
No wonder it was in the air.
It was in the universe, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It was in the universe.
You were just
Oh.
really hard stuck on that one.
Actually, this is the week before SEMA, and I keep forgetting that SEMA's next week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be busy. Just so you guys know, next week, probably not a show unless things for some reason work out that way. I don't have no idea what the schedule's looking like next week, and I'm sure these guys are doing their own thing. So we'll probably not do a show next week and then hit it back the week after. So a nice little week off for the show. But who knows? I might be going live at random times next week with some interviews or just talking with people. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing next week technically, other than I'm going and filming some drifting in some Mustangs. So that
I'll
should
probably be away for 2 weeks. This
That's
next
okay,
one
Herbie.
and then the one after.
That's okay. We'll live, I think.
Won't be back.
You don't want me back?
You just might magically just never show back up again. You know, we'll see.
Let me use my soundboard of all the things I've been waiting to say on this stream.
All right. That's crazy.
Go out with a bang, not a whimper.
I know, right?
Pretty much.
SEMA equals FD26 schedule. I'll let you
Perhaps,
in
yes.
a secret that it's probably not going to be the 26 schedule. I doubt it will be all figured out by then.
No, but it'll probably be like TBDs. But maybe
Kind of like how they had for Long Beach this year. But
but I think that they're gonna show track names.
oh, some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think people will
we
be
go.
surprised at how many TBDs are going to be on that list coming up next week. But who knows? Maybe FD works fast.
I do too. I mean, and also it's like I see it in two different ways. Like last year, I was kind of like, man, this is kind of stupid how long they're waiting. Like you can't like plan as a spectator, say like you're from far away, you can't like plan to go to wherever that round might be. But then like also you can build the hype up as a business. Like now you can build up like, oh, who's that Pokemon?
Here's what you are going to get. You're going to get dates. So you're going to get dates that are going to be subject to change. But you are going to get dates from SEMA. So that's what you are going to get in a couple of locations.
Well, that's good.
But that's all at least I can guarantee. But before we talk about 2026, let's talk a little bit about 2025. And I don't know where. So I've been watching FD for like pretty closely for like the last since 2015, so like 10 years. And if I'm putting this ranked season on the list, I don't know if it's gonna be in the top half of those seasons I've watched. To be honest,
That's because you just always bet on the wrong guy to win.
I don't bet. What are you talking about? The FBI's not watching, right?
That's not my problem.
Yeah.
Just listen, hate all you want. I think every season is better than the last. I really do.
Well, I think elements are better. I'll give it that. Like, I published a video. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out on the channel yesterday. Going over the season and some of the good things I thought we did and some of the bad things. But yeah, no, it was just a combination of things that, well, one I've liked in other seasons, or I thought some battles for championships were better, or because technically this is the first FD season I've been to where the championship was decided an event early.
The only championship where it's been decided an
Is it the
event
only?
early.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically.
I mean,
last year, basically.
Last year was technically basically decided.
It's going to Irwindale.
It's going to Irwindale. It's like, oh well, James Dean could literally yabba dabba do his way up to the line and
Yeah.
just fucking win. It's like, come on. But
Right.
yeah. So I get that aspect. But yeah, continue. So.
And I feel like a lot of previous, I can think in my head of previous seasons I've watched where there was almost like a wow moment. And I guess the wow moment for me this year is probably the Novak Osbo battle.
Not Dylan Hughes fucking yeeting, not James yeeting.
I don't
Like-
consider crashes as like wow moments, like that's not like that's more of a scary like wow, I guess. But
But they weren't like a serious. I wouldn't call them like a serious
I just
crash. They were
remember
a
the
flashy
first
crash.
years that James Dean and Peter Vicek came over in the Warhouse cars and just literally taught everyone what
Well, I think
drifting
we're
was.
jaded to it now. I think because now everyone is coming out and doing basically damn near what if not even better,
Right.
and James himself included. And then you got Connor that goes out there and is literally just your car's sides are coming out black after each run because he's painting them every damn second he can. So I think that we are getting a little bit jaded to such proper driving, but I could see where your aspects come where kind of like you want to see the championship go to the last
and
round.
usually we'd get some like rivalries. Like I remember a couple years back, you had the Osbo Field rivalry.
Oh yeah, from Long Beach after the old little stick and pull there.
We had plenty of years where you got like JTP, Dean Kearney, all these guys getting mad at everybody. It's just there was a lot of emotion in previous seasons. I feel like compared to maybe this one, which
maybe there's some shit going on behind closed doors.
we
too.
didn't get any
That's like
we didn't get any Denofas telling people to go put their shit on the trailer this year.
This is true. I mean, you can't expect it every time. Not everybody is from Philly. I'm sure Reese is up there off mic saying some great things about some of
Oh
these.
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yep.
Because I know I'm not from Philly. I'm not far away. And I am down on the court saying some awesome things about what's going on. So
It's pretty
It's
rad. Some things he'd say.
yeah, it's just it's certain people, but then you get like the Bystrack, and he's just he's just gonna put himself in the trailer, not his driving, but also just his attitude, and close himself away from everybody else, so that way he doesn't go about, because he would break everybody in the paddock.
Little Miss Lori in the chat. I do support throwing things at workmates, so go ahead and do that if you would like.
Yeah, it's Wednesday for her. Wednesday, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1.
Yeah,
Crikey.
I'm learning.
there you go.
I'm learning.
No, but
Crikey.
Lucky.
I don't know. Like, and here, and we'll go over like what I like about this season because I think FD is always evolving, and improving, and that's. I'm not saying that the FD season was bad. I'm not saying that it wasn't even an improvement over previous years. First thing I said in my video is I thought this is the best driving we've had ever in FD, and I actually don't even think it's close. A lot of that kind of boils down to a lower driver count. So, again, I think that's a negative, but I think I would 100% agree that this has been the best driving we've seen in Formula Drift.
I would say the same. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, every year is is just a little bit better.
I could
Sorry.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and with that being said, like I feel like even though James wins this event or this year, before the last event, I feel overall the competitiveness of who can win an event is getting better, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't clear cut every time when James would come up after a top 16 and whoever he was battling. It's like, I have good faith that he's going to win, but it's like, you never know. You really never know.
But he always won, you know?
He did.
Always did.
I mean, but it's getting tighter. It's certainly getting tighter. People
but he won the championship the round before the last round. So is it really getting tighter, or could we say that's due to the new point system in the seating bracket?
Combination.
So that's part of it. That's part of the reason why. The other part is I feel like a couple other drivers that were fighting championships had a bad round, and James really didn't. I mean, he had one, Orlando, but
I know.
In terms of all the other guys that were fighting championships against him, like Osbo literally gets knocked out 2 top 32s in a row when he was technically fighting neck and neck.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that is going to, consistency is going to get you the championship no matter what. But I think from a competitive side, he might have gotten lucky a couple times. And what might have contributed to that luck was the automatic being number 1 qualifier coming into the next round based on previous event results. That because of the seeding bracket system and how it works right now. So I have a feeling that is helpful, especially when you win, because he won the most events this year as well in terms of, I think it was 3. He won 3 events, and then 2 other events he was second. And when you're a top 2 going into the next round, you get the easiest battles without even trying, So, for me, it's the system we're running helps him, and I think this actually is proving a little bit of that. Which is ironic because he's the guy that's like bring back qualifying, which, talk about a G move, because currently this system helps him.
Well, yeah. And I don't think he needs the help. I think but it definitely isn't hurting him by any means.
Because he can have a mechanical on Friday and it doesn't matter. If he has a mechanical during qualifying, then there's a problem,
Yeah. Yeah. But I know that him amongst all the great drivers, like they want qualifying so they can put down their 90-point runs, or on the occasion they will fuck up because we are all human and also driving mechanical rocket ships that tend to break apart in the worst times. So no, it definitely helps them. but he kind of earns it in a way too. So, but in the grand scheme, it's definitely not going to stay like that forever, just because
Hmm.
they're gonna look for more diversity up on just who they're battling. I think like this was a year that we all saw, like someone had said, like the first like 3 rounds of seeding this year were like pretty cool, and then it was just like, oh shit, like god damn it, because
Yeah.
it was like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, and how many top 32 battles did we see rematches of? You know?
Yeah, if it wasn't a seeding rematch, it was a top 32 rematch, and it sucked. So
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I feel like that just hurts a lot of the year, and I can tell you, talking to a lot of the drivers that were stuck in the seeding spiral, that they did not have a lot of fun this year, going against the same people in 32 over and over again, and where they had minimal control over that. I mean, granted, technically you win in seeding, you get an easier battle, but it doesn't always work like that. And I can tell you that it was they did not have fun
yeah,
doing that, and
yeah. I mean,
they
it does
would
come
love a
down.
chance to try and qualify and
It
improve their
does come
position.
down to just do better, just
Yeah.
beat your opponent. It does come
But
down.
it
It
also
does.
doesn't, because you can only do better so much,
Yeah, no, but again, that is the
because you're
same
being
thing.
artificially
That
held back.
it is the same thing. Like all you'd have to do is like on paper. This is what I say to myself every time when now I'm getting killed for the 32nd time in a row on Battlefield.
Yeah.
Just don't die. It's
Don't
just
suck. Boom.
yeah. It's like it's like oh wait a second. Yeah, no, that's easy on paper.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah.
it's the same thing as going against like for Simon Olsen and Ben. Like for either one of them, it's like oh just don't lose, and then you won't have to deal with him again. But that's how that's just how it goes. Like you can't win them all, but you could try. And yeah, that's where like they stand out the most. One, because we were with Simon a lot this year, and two, I love Ben. I love both of them, and that stunk. That just stunk. Notes don't
Yogi. So what I want to talk about, at least, let's start off with, some of the good changes that they did make this year, being, I really liked that inner clip change where they were putting boxes off the inner clip 4 or 5 feet
Yeah.
in order to
Yes.
give space for chase drivers.
I
think-
just didn't like it in Atlanta.
I liked it
feel-
coming down the hill. Coming back,
I
going
didn't
or
like
entering.
it.
Coming back down the hill,
Mhm.
I did not like it.
I didn't like it anywhere. Just
Really?
because, yeah, for that track, I don't think it. I mean, it made it better, but at the same time, there's ever been problems in Atlanta in those spots. The only spot it's been a
What do you
problem
mean
is
there's
coming.
never been problems there,
There's
bud?
never been
That
a
is like the
problem.
number one collision spot is entry.
Entry?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming into the corner, but not transitioning up the hill.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
Well,
The pinch
not-
point is the inner clip, not
the pinch
transitioning
point
up the
is
hill.
coming out of the keyhole and transitioning back down the hill. That I'm fine with going wide, but going up the hill, like entering and going wide and then up the hill, it was weird because up the hill you could go inside, but entering you can't go inside. It didn't make much sense. It was kind of weird. They kind of botched it doing that, in my opinion.
No, I thought it was great, and I thought they implemented it in a couple different places. I think it was Utah where they had it as well.
Yeah.
And it makes the track flow better, and also
I thought that was good, and in Seattle that was good too.
Mhm.
I do think
And same.
I think Atlanta's was not bad. I think it made I think for us, Brandon, where we like to play iRacing, and we know that, like, and same thing for the drivers, like, they know that if it was a solo lap, if that was a qualifying lap, they'd be on that inner clip right on entry, dialed, like, nose over, not getting dinged for it because it's a solo lap, and it's going to be a heater. You can transition snappier to go up the hill, but by pushing it back, it's not going to make it harder in this sense, but it's going to slow that rotation down a bit to get up the hill. So it's just not going to give it that wow factor essentially as
Yeah,
much.
but that's the
But it,
wow of Atlanta is going so
but
fast up the hill.
it did make more consistent tandems. So that's where I think that there's like
Eh.
look at it. You have to look at the pro spec morons. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, I know you have to look at
the
pro spec, not pro because of rain.
the
But
well,
yeah,
and the pro guys just figure it out no matter what
yeah,
every
they'll figure
time.
it out. Especially in the rain, you slow it down 20 mile an hour for them. It'll be even easier, you know.
Exactly.
So
But the pro spec guys, they definitely didn't suck as much this year at
yeah,
Atlanta, which
I
is
get
good. And
that. Yeah, the normal
so
pro spec like strategy at Atlanta is go around the track, don't fuck up, and then you'll win. You know,
yeah, it
it's
definitely
usually how
is.
it goes.
That's certainly how it definitely goes.
Yeah,
So that's where I think I still like that hard inner clip on that entry, but I don't dislike. I just want to see better driving ultimately, and
yeah.
like how you and I like had discussed Utah and how you wanted the run up to be shorter. And I'm like, nah, fucking make them do a quarter mile.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know. I don't
uh,
think they should. I think they should just be really strict on the inner clip. Like have it decently close to the track. Have it
mm,
like, don't have the box thing on entry because it's very tight through 10A and 10 or yeah, I guess 10A and 10B. Those are the two corners.
yeah,
And it's like you need all the track, so just use all of it. It's just if you dip a tire on the rumble or if your bumper clips the clip, that's bad.
yeah,
Just move it back or
yeah.
whatever. It's the simple thing. I like coming out of the keyhole how they widen that. I think that fixed a lot of things and making it wide out and then come back in. That was good,
To
but
me,
I
I
think
couldn't even
entry
notice.
was pretty poopy butt. I wasn't a big fan of that entry.
I
But
couldn't even notice, and I always think too. Like the changes that they make that I can't notice are the best changes. That means that
it's true.
it was
Yeah,
just meant to
it's
be.
just
Like
good.
it was
Maybe it's the
supposed to be like
tism and
that.
me, knowing that track so well. Maybe that's why. But
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
one of my least driven on the sim because online, dude, you gotta wait. You
All
gotta
right.
wait.
So how about this? What was your guys' opinion on the bubble this year?
I like the bubble. I mess with the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
yeah.
I
Oh,
like.
you know.
Yeah, no, I think we're that's these are great steps in the right direction. We are just the only thing now that I think that we're missing as anything on the track are the guidelines or the reference points, the reference
Yeah.
lines. If
I
we
don't.
got them on some, I don't think you need them on all of them, but
Yeah.
I think like Utah would benefit. I think a little bit if we were to go back there. Um, bigger tracks or just like ones with like Long Beach 2 would benefit with like some reference lines where to put your front tires like VDC. I've said it before, but otherwise adding those bubbles at the end at Utah and then Long Beach, that was pretty neat. Telling
Here,
people this is what you're supposed to do.
here's my problem with the bubble, and what I don't like about it is if you touch the line, it's a zero. I didn't agree with that because you can't really see it on the no over the nose of your car, especially in James's case where he has a
Yeah, that
giant
was
Mustang front end on the front of the car. You can't see anything. So, in future, I wouldn't zero the driver, or I would be putting a cone there, or a clipping point or something to show that if you hit it, okay, then maybe you can say that. But I didn't like the whole you touch the line, it's a zero thing. It turned into kind of a, I don't know, a shit show when that happens. And
I
like
mean,
literally the championship was hanging by a thread on that, and it's like,
it,
guys, this is one of the dumbest things to be
I know.
looking at right now.
Yeah, and I don't even think the bubble should have been a thing in Utah. I didn't like that.
Oh, I don't
bubble.
agree with
Long
that. I
Beach,
thought the bubble was great in Utah.
Long Beach bubble was a necessity. Well, I don't know. It's like you should have free reign on your entry. It's the style aspect of the sport, and I feel like Utah. The only reason why they added the bubble was because last year everyone would enter like that. But last year you go off the track and it was an outer zone. You weren't going inside. But that's not to say that type of entry isn't a bad thing. If anything, it makes it easier for the chase driver. But, you know, I think the one track it shouldn't have been on. Well, not the one track, but I don't think it was a necessity for Utah to have the bubble. It wasn't a bad thing,
I think it helped,
but
and the drivers that I did talk to, they liked knowing what the lead car was going to do. It helps in the chase
yeah,
a ton.
it's
It
just
would be sick if
takes away from it. That's
yeah.
the whole point of the sport is figuring out what the dude's doing in the entry.
Imagine we had walls there though instead of just a line. How cool would that be?
That'd be pretty slick.
That would be pretty cool.
Pretty
I'd
slick.
Like,
love to see some
like
front bumpers just
that
skidding
would
along
be
the.
gangster
Flexing.
as fuck. So like that. There's my tism. I like when I see the line, I think that there is an actual wall. And like when they were dissecting James's run during that, I was like, even if that was a concrete barrier, he would have pushed right through. It might have like moved his car back a hair, maybe, but his front bumper would have caved in. It maybe would have rubbed the tire a little bit, but like you look at F1 dudes, you look at dudes over in Drift Masters at the last round all the time, and they are just kissing that thing. And yeah, I was like, this is a no brainer, guys. What are we doing? This is like physics 101.
Right.
Yeah.
AK-47. They
They
should
should
allow
allow
backies.
backies.
They actually do allow backies in Formula Drift. Just you have to be able to
Kinda.
pull it off. As
Yeah.
soon as
No
you
one
make a
does them
correction
anymore.
while doing a backy, that is a massive deduction in the lead. And
Deduction.
it is extremely hard to do one of those without making a correction.
There's not really any tracks
St.
that
Louis is the
promote
only
it.
one that I could think of that really makes sense.
Atlanta,
Atlanta.
you can do it on
Atlanta.
entry,
Yeah.
yeah, but not anymore because the trajectory is all fucked up.
It's
No,
fine.
because it's pushed off. Well, no,
You could
because
you could
backy
still
and then
kind of do it.
you would be rad danning it through the entry every time if you try to do a backy. You just kiss the kitty litter every time with your rear tire.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. But yeah,
not
okay,
the correct phrase, not the PC phrase.
Yeah,
but
I
that's
No,
what I
remember
call it.
talking
that's
to
not-
Reese about this, and he's like, "Yeah, you can do it, but as soon as you make a correction, like it's a massive deduction. Like you have
Yeah.
to do the backy and set the tires and not move them."
I remember Andy Haitley a couple years ago. He'd backy into the keyhole, so he'd like go up the hill and just add angle and slow down with angle. It's pretty nasty, pretty good.
Yeah.
The one time he didn't get it right though was during battles in 32, and he flew 3 tires off. But that's besides the point. Practice was great until it wasn't.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was a scenario of probably more so like muscle memory rather
Yeah.
than actually like in that scenario it was just like fuck, like the thing I know and love is not working anymore.
Yeah, he's like going, and he's like, "Oops."
shit. All the other tools have gone out the window. Fuck them.
All right. So Squimby says them telling them how to initiate is the same as telling them they need to slow down if they're gapping someone. Don't agree with that statement at all. And here's why. You can go as fast as you want as long as you do the initiation they want. And for me, it takes away less of an opportunity to play games on initiation, which we've seen in FD. It's very common in FD actually for people to play games.
Nate.
I don't like that.
That's
Like, I don't want to see that.
And if
Like,
they-
I want to
if they
see
play
straight up
games, then
battles.
you
If
get
you can't beat
punished.
them
That's
straight
how it
up,
works.
then that's the thing that people always get mad about when people play games.
Well, there's always gonna be ways to play games.
And yes,
I
there's
think-
still ways to
I
play
think-
games with the bubble.
I
But
think-
what I'm
but
you
I
get what I'm
think-
saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think by adding the bubble is not going to end the ways for people to, if they can, be sneaky little devils out there. Like
Yeah.
I think that the ones that they added it to, I think were great additions. I I don't think that it's going to be needed on every track, but they're
Can you
testing the
imagine if they
waters.
had a bubble at Seattle?
Like Orlando, like Seattle,
Dude, that'd be
Orlando is like,
sketchy.
it's like, all right, motherfuckers, here we go. this is the deal.
I mean, it might work, but I feel like that would just be
And-
sketchy.
And then going back to the thought, if they were actual walls, like, and you're just looking at the bank, and you have a chicane in front of you that you're like, yeah, I gotta go around that. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work, but
I mean, I don't know. I could see though, like, they're professional drivers, and like it's like, oh well, they should have to figure it out on their own terms. But in the same sense, they still are figuring it out on their own terms.
And the thing is, the judges aren't going to see everything when you're playing games. Like they people have gotten away with all kinds of goofy things on Run Up before, and so I think it's just one more element that the judges are using, so that hopefully it's one less thing they have to watch per se.
Manoa's headlights.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You get what
Smart
I'm
man, smart man.
Yeah,
Or
who knows
whoever
back next year? Sad face. But
Jesus Christ.
no, I mean, okay, so now that we talked a little bit about some of the judging, or at least track changes they made this year, which I appreciated most of them. Let's just get into the big conversation and how seating bracket needs to either not happen or be drastically changed for next year.
Yeah.
If I can talk.
I think we need to get rid of it, bring back qualifying. Amen. Hallelujah. God is good, you know. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
The bottom loser winners have to battle it out. They got to battle, and then the everybody does a qualifying run.
Why do we have to reinvent the wheel? Why can't we do it how it's just been done? You know, it works.
Okay, so here's my problem with qualifying. Okay, so and this is actually
qualifying.
So this isn't necessarily a problem with qualifying, but this is a problem with the current state of Formula Drift. I don't know how necessarily you fix it. I do. That's a lie. I know how you fix it. But my problem right now is driver count, because even with qualifying and literally having one person not make it into the show, there is no drama when it comes to qualifying. And that is what makes qualifying in DMEC fun, is because so many drivers don't make it into the show, and that's what gets kind of crazy. And that's the problem right now FD is having, because both forms that they're using, seating bracket and if they ran qualifying, are drastically diminished when you don't have consequences. Which, I mean, obviously consequences are places, but that's way less of a consequence as drivers getting knocked out of the show.
Well, you know I'm all for more people getting sent home there, brother. You know that.
Brother.
You know I think that more people
it's not like I want to see a bunch of drivers waste their weekend. But
I do.
It adds to the show.
We should do something.
Like, I remember watching
DMEC
and just watching
the agony
16,
that the clown teams out, as someone said. You know, we should do that, Herbie.
Well, for me, it's like it was so much fun watching Dave Egan go through the agony of a Drift Masters season, trying to qualify. Like, he made great stories out of it,
Nate.
you know. But it was like, it was a fun, for me, it was a fun guy to go cheer for. I'm like, come on, buddy, I'd love to see you in the show. Like, can you do it, you know? And like, that's the fun stuff that you don't get with low driver counts. And
yeah, I mean, you look at how many people pull up to a 450 Supercross round after round, and they don't qualify. They have multiple chances, and they don't qualify, and they do it to their bodies. To like, they waste their, like, I don't want to say waste, but they're taking time out of everyone who's helping them, whether it be privateer or factory, and they just don't do it. And then they finally do. That moment is the best moment of that person's life, and then it only gets better from there, because then it just proves to them that they can do it. And that's why I don't necessarily, it's like, I want to see people go home, but for the sake of the matter of that, like, I like
Dude, it's
people
great
only
drama. It's great stories. You get
Yeah,
some
you
really
chase
cool
harder.
stories.
like you just chase
from it.
harder for how much you want to win. And like in this case, it's like, obviously nobody's going out there to like just do okay, unless there's you
Yeah.
could play it smart. Even in
Yeah.
qualifying, you could be like, oh well, if I could maybe get like 5th
Yeah.
or to 10th, then I can go up against this guy. But anyways,
Yeah. I mean, what do you think, Brandon? Because this is what I feel like is the root of the problem. It's not necessarily seeding or qualifying. It's the lack of.
It's a driver
Anything.
issue. So what are you asking?
It's
how do we get more drivers?
What do you
'Cause
think
that's
your
the
main
simple
issue is
thing.
with seeding and qualifying? Because my main issue is the driver count, because there is no
I mean,
consequences. Really.
a lot of issues with it. At the root of everything, I dislike seating bracket because I'll say a very basic third grader response. It's boring as shit, right? I think seating bracket's pretty boring. The only good one this year was Seattle,
Yeah.
because there were 32 drivers. There were less drivers than there were 33 to 32.
Well, a lot of people would
and
argue
everyone who
your
didn't.
point that it's
Yeah.
boring, that battles are more entertaining than single
Well,
runs.
what I'm saying is your driver number point is like, we had one less driver in the form of Ryan Littoral not showing up to Seattle, and we had 32 drivers. That seating bracket was very exciting because everyone from the previous round who didn't get into 16 was in seating bracket. That seating bracket worked because it was different.
Yeah,
But
because
then
there
we
was
went
no
back
buy
to it
runs.
every other run. Yeah, and then we went back to it with the 36 brackets. We had 3 buy runs, and it was the same repetitive drivers as every other round. And I think with qualifying, I think it's exciting either way from not looking at that is the issue, is driver count, but that's just a whole bigger issue in and of itself. It's not a simple fix, but just
I think it is.
well, you got to find the drivers who are good enough and who have the budget to be able to do a full season of FD. You know, that's pretty difficult.
A magical concept fix is that?
What?
Wild cards.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Because you don't need the money to run a full season.
But how do
you
you qualify a wild card? Like some random guy? Okay,
you vet them. DMC vets them.
Hold on. The issue with that is, in this country, there's only one major series, and that being FD. We can't go to, like, for example, we can't go to Atlanta and be like, okay, we need 3 wildcard drivers to fill these last 3 spots.
All right, caffeine and octane.
In the 36.
So
all right, time to go to mid-pod. Let's get the clutch kicker people.
So
no,
you got
we
Taylor
can't
Hall,
do that.
Jonathan Nairn. Who else is a former FD driver over there?
Oh, my God. Sure.
I'm trying to think.
That's
who
it.
Else lives
Them
over there.
too.
I don't know. I'm missing.
Yeah. You can't.
No,
you have to get previous FD drivers. You can't pull some random pro-am guy
I'm not
out.
saying
That's
pull
unfair.
some random pro.
Well,
like.
Well, I'm saying even on the West
But this
Coast,
is what you would have to do.
But there's not enough people to
or you
do
give
that.
out licenses to people that probably don't deserve them.
Exactly. Then that's what's probably going to happen next year in the form of someone that we can't talk about yet. But that's what's going to happen, and it sucks. And it doesn't suck. Okay, that was rude. But it's just like
no, but like
there's always been the premise of you earning your license and stuff, and that's been so important the past since 2020 when they switched from top 8 to top 3 in the series. And it's like in prospect series again to pro, like they've made it so like special to get into pro now, and it's kind of bit them in the butt because people who had budget before who didn't just give
Stratton.
them.
That's right. I forgot.
Dirk Stratton, he's in Ohio, so
yeah,
sure,
I know.
He's
like Corvette Oracle guy,
like,
and that's
out of nowhere.
Corvette guy Oracle. There we go. Thank you, Phil.
That's actually one of my favorite drift cars of all time. Still,
how could you forget Dirk Stratton? That is like the most goddamn American badass name that you could possibly
Dude, he's
have.
amazing. I love Dirk.
That shit goes hard.
Dude, I wish
Do
Dirk
allow
would
mean,
come
Dirk
back to
but then-
to
FD
be
because
tremendous.
he
I
is
don't
a
think they
totally
could-
different driver than he
They
when he
couldn't
drove.
do wild cards either because
Oh.
I feel like there's at least 10 people in FD Pro who would rather be a wild card than do the whole season because they can prep and use their resources to do the 4 or 5 rounds that they want to do and then do good at those rounds instead of going through all 8 and struggle, you know? There's like 10
I,
people in pro that do that. And then
I,
we'd be down to 22 drivers.
I
And it's
think
like now
Yogi.
we're really in a bad spot now.
I think Yogi does bring a good point though too. Like, because Driftmaster, like, as we know, I'm all for the wild card thing too. But now there's like different aspects to this that I haven't really thought of. This is what being open about life is. Everybody who is a piece of shit, we're not going to go down that avenue, but that's what being open to debate is. Anyways, Yogi brings up the point that if JTP were to come back and, you know, he still gets like all of his Falcon stuff.
No,
and,
obviously
you know,
you have to. FD has rules,
But-
and you have to follow the
right.
FD rules. Like there's literally rules in FD. You have to run a certain type of tire. You can't advertise another tire sponsor. Look at Lewis Lance.
But again, like
that's literally
so,
just a
like,
rule that you'd have to follow.
But that just immediately X's out how many of the people, because
Drivers will
they're-
make it happen. Look at Lewis.
why would
He had
why
to create a whole new company
Yeah.
off of Zach Nova
Okay.
and a
Or
lifestyle.
just
Hear
not
me-
put it on your car for the event.
hear me out? Why
It's not that hard.
would
It's not that complicated.
it
I
kind of
promise
is?
you.
You
It's pretty
keep cutting me off
complicated.
though.
It's
You
not.
keep cutting me off though,
Let's hear it,
which
Herbie.
is
I wanna
kind of
hear it.
crazy. Imagine James Dean was not an Irish driver. He's only Nitto American, only competes here. Yes, he has another tire sponsor overseas. That's overseas. Nitto does not have any tires overseas.
I don't even think he has.
This
a
is
tire
a really bad
sponsor in
example,
Europe.
just so you know.
Okay, Matt Field, GT Radial.
Okay.
He's a GT Radial sponsored driver. He's not an FD. He's only doing grid lives. GT Radial's not an FD. It's the Falcon.
The hypothetical.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He comes in as a wild card. How pissed off would GT Radial be if he had to switch up for one round and sponsor this one tire? That would not only ruin his now sponsorship, that is his livelihood outside of this one and only. Yes, it
No,
would.
That's not true. Because the sponsors understand that certain, especially when you want to run a series, they understand that you can only run a certain type of tire. Like they can't, they're not going to hold that back on you.
Nate makes a point because if we think,
I mean,
about
look at James Dean for example. James Dean runs Volinos in DMEC, still runs his Falcon cars at fun events. That Falcon, I'm sure, helps him out at, and then runs Nitto in FD. That is a perfect example of why
Overseas, they don't have a tire overseas.
But you know what I'm saying?
now,
you know what I'm saying?
Now I think we're getting into some gray to ref
But, like-
this. I think
but,
we're
like,
getting into some gray
tires-
water here.
Yeah.
People that do tires are not dumb. They understand that you have to run a certain tire in a series if you want to go run a certain series. And it's not like they're going to throw away your relationship with them because you want to go run a couple rounds in a series that they don't have a tire for.
Yeah. Okay. So like
They understand
example,
that.
Let's say like it's like a Naren, like an X comp guy,
Yeah.
right? Big X comp guy, and he goes to FT, and he does a round. It really depends on X comp and what his like obligations are for that round, and then what he does after that, because there's
Actually,
been
Naren's a
people
really good
who-
example of this too. Back when he did run FD,
Okay.
Federal was working with him. Sorry, I'm just bringing this up. Federal was working with him. The tires, I think, were so bad. He ended up running another tire brand, but still running the Federal sticker, and they were fine with it.
Yeah. It just depends on
Look at
what
Chris
they...
Forsberg running an X Comp car at
Well, that's
wherever it's
because
called.
Kumo's
and then,
factory burned down and
Yeah.
couldn't fucking supply
What
him
happened
tires.
to
yeah,
him
and
with
see,
GT
they
Radio?
understood. You see what I'm
What
saying?
happened to him with GT
there
Radio?
are people
Yeah, that's what I'm
understand
saying.
when they're
You know,
limited.
Is that
it's
public knowledge? I think it
No,
was just a
no.
falling out like the week before, or they just didn't want to
Glizzy
supply him
wanted to thank
tires
you,
or
Joe.
something.
I don't know. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know,
that was a
something
deal
along
long
those
before
lines.
that, considering
I
the
don't think
livery change and
I don't think
everything.
that's a prime example at all,
I
considering
don't.
that
Yeah, it's
they
not.
lost
This is
basically
This is
all of.
very like gray water at this point
I don't
now.
think
Yeah.
it's that great.
The
guys.
tire exam. It's not just tires
Yeah,
though. Like your one
tires,
sponsor isn't tires. Like for example,
You're right.
say you're a Nate Hamilton,
Yeah.
okay, and you're sponsored by Sunoco. Sunoco is sponsoring you to do grid lives and to race Rush SRs. And then he's like, "Hey Sunoco, I want to go do FD and I get to drive the fuel suspension car for 4 rounds. Do you want to be a title sponsor?" Sunoco has the right to be like, "No, because
Correct.
we're sponsoring you for grid life."
Correct.
So now he has to go find another title sponsor
Correct.
because that just brings, a lot more,
Correct.
that's just
Revenue.
another
What's the point you're
program that
making,
you
though?
have to, it's just difficult for people for the wild card thing logistically to happen as well because
I
the
would
tire
say
thing, yeah,
it's,
that
I would
makes
say
sense.
it's substantially easier than running 8 rounds FD.
It just depends on your title sponsor though and stuff like that, you gotta think about
Trust
that
me,
too, but at the
people will
same
figure it
time,
out.
okay, yeah, people will figure it out.
They always do. And shout out Joe
I
in
don't
the
know.
chat. Joe Gustava Son Jr.
Glizzy.
Money with the 20. There you go. I wish I had one actually. But actually, I'm kind of hungry. Yeah.
Herbie, head to the Glizzy Mart. It's time for
He's so bad right now. It's great. He's so frustrated.
Well, you cut me off
Jeez.
17 times
That's
that I
okay,
couldn't
buddy.
even get my full thought out completely right. 'Cause
Alright,
I'm
have the
running
floor.
on
low-key
fucking
Have the floor,
30
man.
stumble-
Have the floor.
I'm
Yeah,
running
let's go.
on 36 hours of fucking no sleep, and you're fucking over here cut me off 16 times in a fucking row. You can suck the goddamn sweaty grundle of my after fucking workout nuts, dude. God damn. That was the most irritating thing that I probably endured in the past 2 months.
I can back Herbie up on that one. I fucked up the Sunoco thing because I lost my train of thought.
Like I
you
couldn't,
know,
I
so
couldn't even get it.
it's all right.
I honestly, I don't even know. But I just
I
know
don't even know.
whatever I was thinking, and I still think I'm honestly, I'm not wrong because I just know it. I know it.
Yeah. I agree. I'm with Herbie on this one.
Oh man.
Herbie on that.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know. That was just the whole idea. Is I feel like driver count is actually going to be your biggest solution, not necessarily even seating bracket or qualifying. Which I would love to see qualifying back, and I'm sure everyone will. So I'm really curious to see. Obviously, and here's the thing. I think this public sentiment of bring back qualifying is the strongest it's ever been. In terms of
Well, I want people to get sent home. That's all. Just send them home.
you advocate for a little top 16 action here, boss.
No, I mean,
Okay.
if that's what it meant, yeah, yep, yeah.
My bad. You're my bad. You are. Yeah.
No, I honestly like if we could fill a 32, I would prefer a 32. I do enjoy that, and then we get a little break, and top 16 really feels like a good top 16 ceremony, not just. I guess it would still feel pretty cool if there were 32 people, and then, half of them got the boot.
Yeah.
So there are other event that
Be
was
interesting.
That's some good insight from Mr. Steve there because he is the guy, the
Mhm.
Royal Purple guy. So
Yeah.
that's, I mean, it is just, person to person. So it just, I don't know. I would like wild cards, sure, but
Yeah.
I don't know their reason. There's probably not a great one, but there's a reason for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
so
I
this
think
is the
at the
reason
end
that
of the
Andy
day-
Luck gave me for not wanting to do wild card stuff, and it was, he didn't want to hurt the drivers that paid for a whole season. Like he appreciated drivers that would commit to a full season, and he thought like that FD would be hurting them by having wild cards come in and mess up their seasons, which technically he is right. But I would also argue don't lose.
It would
And then we
just
move on,
I think
you know.
at the bottom line of wild cards, it's like who's gonna do it? There's only so many former FD drivers
Dude, there's a ton.
It's
How many?
I
How
think
many- dude,
I
we
think a lot of
lost
people
11
would
drivers
want to
last
do
year
it.
alone.
People want to do it. It's still 20 grand a weekend to go do it, you know?
Yeah, I think a bunch of guys, if Travis wanted to come drive 2 rounds that were close to him, I think Travis Reeder would be down. I mean, you think a Forrest Wang wouldn't come back for a couple rounds to have some fun, you know? Or like how many European drivers would be able to come over and drive like 2 rounds instead of, because there's no way they're financing a whole season. But what if Peter Vicek wanted to come drive a couple rounds? Granted, I think he could fund a full season, no problem. He's a bad example. Maybe like a Lauren
5
Heinen or
seasons in
something,
one.
you know?
Yeah.
So that was kind of the point. I think it opens the door to a lot more drivers, especially overseas ones, to come and drive a couple rounds. Maybe a specific driver that possibly isn't coming back next year because he has more obligations outside of FD. Maybe he's able to come back and drive a couple rounds. So like that's the point I'm trying to make. Is I feel like that is the root problem, and this is the easiest way for a solution. Unless for some reason the economy decides to come back and a bunch of drivers find money from somewhere. That's the other solution, but you can't really rely on that. So,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at on that. But I mean, we can kind of move on to the actual seating bracket issues as well, and the fact that they based it off of previous event results, which was my problem, instead of basing it off of season point standings, because then you'd get guys like an Odie and a Brandon Sorensen who were on higher end of the standings at the time, going back and getting a bunch of points from seating bracket, and I didn't think that was very fair because there were people behind them that didn't get that opportunity to get those seating bracket points because they had maybe one good round of the season. And
True.
so like that was an example of where I didn't like how FD structured it this year compared to I think in the past. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see where the future leads us. I don't do we think that they're taking seating bracket out? Genuine. Like not like
I
not
don't think
on
they're
our
taking
back.
it out, and if they are going to change it, or if they are going to do some form of qualifying, it's going to be like it was 3 or 4 years ago, where they did the qualifying and then some type of battles afterwards. I think Drift Masters proved that having the top drivers battle at the end of the day does not work, and having the drivers at the back of the pack kind of worked when they did it 3 or 4 years ago. I always forget what year
they
that
never
was.
battled 3 or 4 years ago.
Wasn't it?
Just
It was the least great
they do
8.
a second
remember?
run.
Oh, okay.
It was the least great
yes.
8. Remember that?
Yeah, it was the bottom 8, but they just do a second solo run.
Was it a
Yeah.
second solo run? I thought it was.
Yeah,
battles.
I think it just Drift Masters did that cool stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
I think.
Yeah, Drift Masters only did the battles for the top whatever 4, however many.
They did bottom Johnnies too, no?
When?
I don't know. I'm
I don't
asking.
think they
That was
did,
a
no.
que-
Oh, yeah. No, this year is top 4. They do a final 4 for
Yeah.
a magical 4 points.
I whatever that they do, I can't see them doing anything other than seeding next year. I think
Yeah.
maybe after this next year they'll change it. If it goes, I don't want to say wrong, but not well received again, they perhaps might go back to qualifying. Perhaps.
Yeah, because the other thing that you have to remember, the reason they do seeding is it's so much faster to do than qualifying. But I would also argue they're very inefficient when they ran qualifying, and I think there are ways to get better at that.
I think they'd be fast now.
Oh yeah, especially with
I think they'd be speedy. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's I think we're at the point where we could do it pretty quick and get away with it. And um, I mean, I talked about it in my video that I made yesterday, but I mean, some of the points where you can improve, I thought even from this year, where I think FD would greatly benefit, is a timer on FD judges to make a decision, and if they can't make a decision, just one more time the battle.
I've been saying that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Like that way, it gives the judges an out if they can't figure it out.
I know. I
gives...
can't determine how much time though. At first, I said 5
I said
minutes.
5 minutes.
I said 5 minutes, and then like I think I timed it one time.
But it's 5 minutes till when they get the first replay.
Right.
That's
Yeah. And I think I timed it one time, like once like the cars pulled up like next to each other, and I sat there. I was like, this kind of fucking would suck.
Yeah, 5 minutes
like,
is a long time.
I'm like, that's a long
that's what
time.
I said. It could probably be 3, honestly.
It could be 2 or 3, I think.
But what it does is it moves cars along faster, and that way you can send cars in the burnout box faster, because you don't have there's a certain time limit of when you are going to be able to run the next battle.
Yeah.
And that's because there are so many times where we're sitting there waiting, and we could have the cars in the burnout box, but we're just sitting there waiting. And
yeah, shout out to the announcers. I love you guys. Jacob, Jared, Sopa. Sometimes you guys just be yapping right as the cars they're getting sent off the line.
Yeah,
dude. And like I'm just trying to survive, and then all of a sudden, like you can't hear because the intercom's over you, everything, crowd. And then here comes cars, and you're scrambling to get.
Are you sure that's not like the interviewer? I feel like that's an interviewer thing, especially at Seattle this year.
I do think it happens most often with the boys up in the booth. Yeah, I feel like it happens with the boys. Which again, they're adding to the show. If I was a spectator, I would appreciate it. But good golly, sometimes, man. I'm standing there. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I can't lean on anything. I just got to be ready, because God knows when they're actually sending a car. So yeah, but yeah, that does not help. So if there was a timer, is ultimately what I was getting at, then I would know no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
That here it comes.
Yeah, no. So I think that would. And technically, you would get one more time battles, probably. But honestly, most of the times we've waited a really long time for battles, a lot of them have ended in one more times as it is. So I don't think it would really add that much more time in terms of actual battles.
I don't think so either. Like if they were like pulling up to the line and they got 2 minutes to decide, 2-3 minutes, and they're just like, oh, one more time, because it's like they already know that it's gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, well, might as well just, instead of just cranking that much extra time, then just call it. I would.
Yeah, because now I believe there's a time limit for drivers to change tires. I think it's 10 minutes.
Okay.
I know it is for like the finals and stuff, because they got to keep it rolling. But
that's a crazy amount of time.
It's a decent amount of time to change tires and stuff.
Man, you could be Helen Keller to be able to change a tire in 10 minutes. Good golly. I mean, does that include, like, maybe they have to get them, like, changed? I don't know. So that would suck. You can race treads or Nitto or whoever's got a lot going on.
Well, if Phil asks a really good question, then actually I'd be curious to know this, if Driftmaster's judging goes any faster with the electronic assistance. That would be a really interesting thing to ask.
We should time it.
Maybe I should
time it.
I'll have one of them on. We'll talk.
We could time it.
Yeah. I don't know. If any of you guys have those guys' contact info, I'd love to talk to them.
I feel like it might take adjusting. Because now, instead of what you're used to looking at, which is just what's happening there physically outside of you, you're looking at this virtual data as well, and it adds just a whole other layer, and that would, I think, ultimately for the at least the first half of the season, if not more, probably slow it down a little bit
Yeah.
because now you can learn to be that much more critical. Taking what this piece of data might say versus like what the actual like emotion and like true reality of how driving happens, what really went on. So yeah, there's a couple different layers I think that they'd have to figure out, but I think overall it would probably end up being faster. It would just some training
Yeah.
ultimately.
Yeah, being able to, hey, we want to see this part of the course to see what the momentum in the car was doing. And then once you
Yeah.
see it, you're like, okay, cool, make a decision off that. And
Yeah, you got your hot spots basically that you're
Mhm.
looking at. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, because the time that you're going to really use the electronics is when there's collisions to see if a car was braking when it wasn't supposed to, or if the lead
Yeah.
car did something weird or the chase car did something
Or
weird. So, like, that's...
yeah, something went to like they
Mhm.
took them to Gapplebee's, something
Mhm.
like that. So
Yeah. So that's really where you would use it. But it'd be interesting. And I know... It, I think I've talked to a couple of the like FD guys, and they did find the Wally stuff very interesting. So I hope that they are in conversations about trying to implement something like that for next year. I think I think it'd be really cool. The fun part would be when you start making that stuff public on the live stream, because that's the cool part. I think.
oh yeah, that to get
That would
like
be
you would
so
really
cool.
get like the audience involved. It's inevitable that's
Mhm.
gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Like we gotta keep growing with the times, and I think right now, like you said, that they might be in talks of trying to get that application or program, but they might also just be like, well, we gotta make our own. Might be cheaper, honestly, or instead of either renting or purchasing the license or whatever it might
Yeah.
be.
The challenge is you got to remember, they work with a certain budget, so it's got to fit
Oh
the
yeah,
budget, and that's always
oh
the
yeah, yep,
it's
yep,
always
yep.
the that's why they don't have that's why I was told they don't have in-car GoPros, is because I think it was like $20,000 around to do that.
Ours will be popping up in like Windows Movie Maker, some like clip art or something.
Yeah, and so apparently it's a pretty major expense to do in-car live stream GoPros, but which is a bummer
Yeah.
because that would
Well,
actually, I
Pretty
think,
lit.
show a lot of stuff. Yeah.
that's what it took Cletus to come in. It didn't happen in NASCAR in every car until Cletus came. Oh, until Cletus got there. So it is very expensive, and like it, I think again, and inevitably it will happen,
Yeah.
but that is certainly quite the expense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even for like you guys like Link to come in for Prospect and help out with all those guys, I can't even imagine. Even every
That's some
year,
money.
yeah, it's some money. Every year where you're getting, 6, 7, 6, 7. Oh God, great! God damn it, I can't. 6 or 7 new Prospect drivers, and yeah, I don't even know exactly what you guys do for them, but I know you're helping them out, and yeah, that's a
The thing. So here's just
huge
so you guys know,
expense.
on the Link side, like there's a lot of capable tuners now that use our product, and so it's not too much more of an effort. Don't get me wrong. The first year that it was implemented, we were helping people left and right. We had multiple staff helping people at events, fix things. But now there's enough people that know how to use our product and system that it's not too much of a burden. We still have support, obviously, at the track, but it's nowhere where it used to be when we first implemented it. But yeah, the whole thing is with that is like there is a really good tuner base now that knows how to install the product, that knows how to tune the product to where we don't necessarily need to babysit too much anymore, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
Which
the
was kind of
product
the whole
though
point.
itself.
Don't get me wrong, it benefited Link a ton to do that, and now a bunch more people know how to use the product, which was kind of the whole goal of it. And yeah, so now it's a nice little community that I mean, if you have link issues, like obviously you can message us and we'll help you, but there are also a ton of really knowledgeable people in the space of, Formula Drift and drifting in general that can also help.
Go harass Forrest.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
All right, so on to I guess the next topic of what people wanted to bring back, and that is a third place battle.
Oh yeah,
I think that'd
so.
be pretty cool.
I think it just kind of makes sense because you got one, all right, and then right after one is second. This one sounds crazy, but then after that one you get three. But that one is just three is free. So
Right.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
a free little
I
pony.
mean,
It's such a big difference between
Luck
third
of
and
the
fourth
draw.
because you get a crazy podium shot with you pumping champagne, and if you're fourth place, you can go screw yourself.
Yeah, you get the same amount of points,
but
but
not the
the
publicity.
ego, the publicity, and the nice
sponsors
carbon
love
trophy,
them
the
podium
champagne.
shots. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So what I would do, and so this I think would help actually a little bit on run a show is you run so after the second top four battle, you interview the first top four winner. You let those two cars go back into the pits, and then while you do that, you quick run over to the other winner of the top four battle, interview them while those guys are changing tires. And so by the time you finish both those interviews, you should be ready to go for the top three battle. And then it shouldn't be much longer before the finals would be ready either. The only thing I would add as a stipulation, no more times for the top three battle. You have to pick a winner. That is the only thing I would have it as a stipulation, because as soon as you one more time a top three battle, now you're waiting another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you can't run the finals before the top three battle or for third place battle. Why did I keep saying top three? Third place. Sorry. So
What
that
if
would
they
be
just did interviews to wait,
Yeah, I mean you could, but you know what I'm saying. Like I would require no one more times for a third place battle just for a time's sake.
But
Which
then
would suck, but
it's almost the finals though, so those two guys are still pretty good, like the final four guys.
I
Like,
know.
dude, but if you
Feel
one
like,
more time,
hey,
that's
we
20
need-
minutes down the drain.
well, do some interviews, get them interviews, get them checks out. Let's get them interviews going.
I think first and foremost, me just learning about this whole 10 minutes for a tire change, that's crazy. I think that might need to if that could get dwindled down.
You will get up in arms if you try and lower that. I guarantee
I
you.
mean, I couldn't
people want to
imagine.
cool down the car. They want to make sure everything's good to go. They got to check the logs.
I mean, just sue me. Not really, don't please. But
I'll do it.
but I mean, for crying out loud, you're not wrong. It really would add so much time on, because then we would get 2 rounds of ads, like we would get one more time, maybe a quick interview, ad, potentially another interview, and then maybe another ad, but then they gotta come back. Yeah, that's a lot of time.
I just want to
Phil makes a good point. You'd have to break.
They would change the points up. Don't
you'd have to
do that automatically.
It'd be like 5 points for third, instead of the 10. Come
Yeah,
on, Phil, lock in. What type of thing is that?
Obviously
What are we
would change
talking
it.
about? Come on.
He's the dent guy, dude. He didn't say where the dent was.
Fix my dent. Fix my dent. All right, I'm done.
It's his noggin. He's got
Gosh.
a head. I'm sorry, Phil. You don't. You're great. You're great.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I also brought up in the video was the ads, and the problem is that I don't know how they sell them, but I would love to know if there was like a number, because if you sold the ads as like a number that are shown, then you just play them during crashes, knock them out earlier in the event, and then you don't have to play them later.
I think we should do a NASCAR. Oh, sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
I was gonna say we should do a NASCAR thing. Like
No.
Well, like if they're
we
gonna,
just put him in the corner.
yeah, I mean, dude, if they're gonna
You
play
could.
that, like if they're gonna play the ads, like, and most of the time, the ads are just they're not happening during the middle of a run. They're happening during ultimately bullshit. Nothing is happening. But
What if they did do that? Like the corner and it's
that's what I'm
like during like
saying.
judging calls. Yeah. That'd be
Yeah,
kind of fire. Yeah. I wouldn't
like
mind that. Sure.
judging calls, or like, and then even like when there's just like an actual ad, like
Yeah.
time, and then you see like if there was a collision, now you're watching them like clean it up, and like there's no audio behind it, so like
Right.
you could be saying whatever the hell you want to, and yeah, I don't know why that hasn't necessarily just been thought of yet, because like I mean, to me that's like a no-brainer, and NASCAR is the king of advertisements. We all know that. NASCAR, NFL, sheesh. I mean, NFL is terrible. They just put on that terrible screen, and then you listen to that music, and it's like,
But NASCAR, king of ads, king of ads, king of
Mm.
B2B in American motorsports.
yeah, yep.
A lot of money moves through there. FD, take notes. No, but really, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think, and then have the ad slots. I don't see how that couldn't work. It'd just be
You're taking up 75%,
Well,
of,
it
if
all
not
depends on how
80% of the screen.
they sell it. Like, if it's
Yeah.
required after each round of 16, then 8, then 4.
I don't know.
I just don't know how they
I'm
sell it.
not- That's
I-
a you question, wouldn't
I-
it be?
Mhm.
I
Nate,
think
you would know.
I think there's certain splash screens
Well,
like
I'm not the
that
one in the
would be full.
negotiations. I just give them the commercial.
Oh,
So actually,
you
I
don't have
probably
any
could.
idea about the
No,
the
I don't. I actually
negotiations.
could
Oh,
ask. Actually,
good.
I should
Just
ask
good
that.
insight. There you go. Write that down.
I
Write
know,
that
right?
down.
Write it down, right?
Wait, what is Phil saying? Sorry, I'm reading Phil. It was 7 minutes apparently at the Casino Royale. I took 8 minutes after my top 8 battle, and by the time I got to the line, the other car was waiting. What does that mean?
Is he talking about like time to change tires?
Oh,
You gotta
Yeah.
remember, Phil, you're not changing your own tires at FD, or most people aren't.
Create a
Oh.
larger points lead and make it harder for other people to hit. What? Bill brings up a good point. No.
oh,
Yeah.
that was old.
Point sounds dumb.
He was absent from Long Beach show. I wonder if it's
Well, a lot of these guys
complicated.
are learning how to read.
No,
What is
they're-
Phil saying? This isn't. What is
No,
happening?
no, yeah, trying to comprehend is another
I'm
thing. I
trying
know
to
how to
comprehend this. Yeah.
read.
So you get more if you win seeding and lose third. Yeah, that's. Oh, we could talk about that.
Oh yeah,
after,
32,
too.
winning 32 versus winning seeding, and how you get 2 more points.
Yeah,
And how silly that is. Yeah, that's a bit
think
silly.
It's pretty. They should move it down to 2 points. I think
Yeah.
2 points is enough. 3's
Makes
too
sense.
many. Amen. All right.
Yeah, that's
Mike-
an easy fix.
Mike, I think that if they didn't do what we had just discussed in that sense, if they just had more, I think, diversity, even if it could be the same company, fucking man, just throw up some Instagram posts and just make it horizontal for 10 seconds. Who cares?
Mhm.
Like, you see how it is on when you're watching your pornos on there and you're getting your That's right.
I'm so
No,
thrown off by that
But
one.
like when you get an ad on like YouTube and shit, and like you'll get one that's like 5 seconds, and then if you don't
Mhm.
skip it, then you'll get like the next one that's like a minute and a half, and then if you don't skip that,
Yeah.
then
I
perhaps
actually like that, where you have short ads instead of a bunch of 30-second ads, which is what I think that's what I give them, is a 30-second ad, which is a long time.
Yeah, I think it would take away that aspect of people hating them so
Mhm.
bad, but I think also that we should do like the NASCAR thing. But, yeah.
What I'm saying is we shouldn't be doing an ad break that stops the show, or like trying not in our best interest to not do that.
I like
that's
the
why I was explaining, if there's a crash, you play an extra set of ads. You don't have to play them later, is kind of what I was saying.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind the
Like,
in between.
Yeah, because it makes
32.
sense for the final, like before the finals.
Oh, I mean even 32, like when they're like halfway through 32 and they're reaching the other side of the bracket. I like a quick little like moment. It lets me know that halfway there. It's like okay. So that to me is fine. But like if there's like any other extras like potentially in between, I'd rather like they could still show them, but like just show the people what else is going on. I know that you're walking around, you know, and I know there's a dude with a camera heavy as shit that he's lugging around on his shoulder, walking around them pits. It doesn't have to have any audio, and they could just be showing that. That would be cool to have in like a small little dingus. So
yeah.
What is it? Sorry. Yeah.
Smoke.
Yogi's silly. Songwriting is essential for high performance athletes. That's right.
Yeah, you got it. It's right. That's right. And you got to run a couple rain bet sessions too. You know.
What is with
You
the
know,
rain bet thing,
fuck
dude?
the rain
What
bet.
is with every? What
I've
is
been
with this
flooded
new
with those.
trend?
I see the dude who does the golf thing, and he's like, I'm gonna hit this with this 6-iron thanks to rain bet. And he's like, come on. And then he,
What?
you know,
I don't
have you
know,
seen that?
dude, but
Anyway,
yeah,
high performance athletes, you know.
Apparently
gotta
I'm
use
a
rain
I've seen a
bet.
bunch of them. I've seen a bunch of different rain bet ads. Rain bet, if you want to sponsor us, man,
Dude,
I'll sell myself to a
I'll
fucking offshore
do a
gambling
little
thing.
blackjack here and there, you know.
I don't give a damn. Hell yeah.
When are we gonna
Well,
see a rain bet car in FD? Huh? When's that gonna happen?
I think
Dude, I'm
when
waiting for
Ryan
someone-
Sage probably retires, potentially.
We had a gambling sponsor as one of the presenting sponsors for
was gonna
LB2.
say, can
I don't
you
want to
not-
hear it.
can
It
you
was
not get a
literally
real
a
sponsor in your
casino.
Oh, yeah, Yamava?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I am
okay,
curious
yeah.
now. Can you get a betting sponsor in your
Sheesh.
car?
Yeah, they did it in
Alright.
F1 at least.
Well, yeah.
Danny
in F1.
George used to have a cannabis sponsor. Why
Well,
not?
yeah, Trent
Keep
Beecham
it
does.
going. Trent Beecham is sponsored by porn.
Well, Clonex is weed.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
I thought they were car detailing products. I didn't
That's
know
what
this.
I thought too. I thought the same thing.
I didn't know this. That was cannabis.
I thought the same thing when I saw it.
Dude, speaking of, Phil said, and now them YouTubers do ad reads in their videos. When are we getting the Magnum sponsorship in FD? That's the next thing.
Like,
You know? Did you guys see that?
What do you-
TJ Hunt had a Magnum like condom
No.
sponsor read in one of his videos.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Okay, I'm
That
just
was
like,
pretty crazy.
that's what I
I
thought. you
was just
meant,
like,
but I
it's the
wasn't
background, and then he's like, Magnum condoms. I'm like, what's going on?
Sure.
Some of my favorites I've seen are the Manscaped ones.
The Manscaped, yeah, or
Manscaped
fucking Dustin Miles with his nut
Dude balls.
powder.
or
Yeah,
whatever,
the
dude.
cool
ball-
dude or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, the dude
Yeah.
balls, yeah, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that shit is. But like, it was. I think this is fine, but Ryan Literal and Sean Illingworth, not a collaboration, but they were supposed to be sponsored by a certain company, right, Brandon? Are we allowed to?
I
we
don't
can say
know.
that?
I know what we're talking about right now.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
There are some
you saying
limitations to
that-
sponsorships, yes.
Are you saying that because you're being a silly
What are
guy?
we? No, what are we talking about?
Well,
What
I
are you
can
talking
bring you
about?
up a sponsorship that wasn't allowed to be a thing,
Oh.
and that was Lewis Lane's Zeknova sponsorship.
Yeah, yeah. That's
couldn't
why I had to
spon-
create a whole separate lifestyle company.
Yeah, exactly. So like he
Yeah.
he wasn't allowed to obviously advertise his tire brand or whatever, or however his relationship is with them. And
Was his lifestyle company just a white square? What
No,
was
it's
it?
Zek
No.
Lifestyle this
It
year.
says-
Zek
yeah.
Oh.
Zek's Lifestyle. That's Zek Nova, but a lifestyle brand.
Ah.
yeah, because the previous year he did have to tape over it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, no, that's I
So
didn't
that is
know
an example of a
that.
sponsorship you can't have in FD.
Yep.
And I'm
Mhm.
assuming if you have
Indubitably.
like other
That's that was no thought. That was part of my thought. I don't remember the rest of it, but it was part of the thought, amongst others. Was that we're not just we have different sponsors to keep our thing going. Whereas like
Yeah,
with
not just car stuff.
Drift Masters is, I think, they're a
Red
little
Bull.
bit more open to other things as long as it's not competing with Red Bull, basically.
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple monster
There's a-
cars,
Yeah,
couple
this is
monster
true.
guys in
Yeah.
This
there,
is
like
true.
Bagsy and who's the dude E92? Kevin Piscalti.
Yeah.
There we
Yep,
go.
yep. You're not wrong.
Second.
Yep. Bagsy. Yeah.
Bagsy and
This is-
Piscalti.
He was
Yeah.
just a wild card a couple times, right?
Piscalti's full time.
No, not Piscalti, but Bagsy.
Oh, Bagsy. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. All right, so let's actually
Anyways.
get into, because we've covered a lot of stuff that could be done better in FD this year.
Into
But-
the news.
Let's actually get into the standings for the year, because we never
Alright.
actually talked about it. Then I have to change this and change
Who's
this.
tonight's biggest loser?
Brandon, who you think won?
Oh, the series?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know about that one.
I thought Fetty won.
Oh yeah, I
No.
wanted to say, you were saying that there's like no like rivalry or anything, like, since there's not too many people getting knocked out. But man, on a live stream, I think they'd say differently. Because that poor guy, he's he's getting roasted out there. He's
Yeah.
he's just getting
From what I hear, he's coming back though. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's gonna be pretty crazy from what I
maybe a
hear.
bigger and better man.
Yeah.
He was starting to really show a little talent at the halfway through of the season. I'll give him that. He made me have to eat some of my words, which is good. Make me do that. But when I do say them, I do mean them. So
oh my gosh. This Lori's like, oh, I can stop to look at my numbers to look at these numbers. Yay. Spreadsheets.
hooray.
No. Just a kind of quick look at the season, because we haven't really checked. We didn't check it out last episode, and maybe highlighting some of the guys that, for the end of the year, I'm excited that example was this high up, or maybe disappointed in some drivers. And then also, who do we think is moving the most next year? Because then we'll slowly move into the 2026 conversation towards the end here. But in terms of, obviously James Dean's wins pretty handily here. But you got a guy like Jack Shanahan as a
Man,
rookie.
what a big surprise there.
I don't know if it's the biggest surprise, but
I was surprised. I didn't think he would
I
do
didn't-
too hot.
my
I
thing
really
is,
didn't have high
you take
hopes
away
for
his
him.
seating bracket points, where is he actually in the...
Oh, I actually did this the other day, and he would be in 11th.
Yes, so
Yes,
just,
That's not bad.
just
not
something.
bad.
No, it's still a good season, but what I'm saying is
You'd
it
have 90. Oh, my bad. So you'd be in 90, right? Yeah, 90.
Mhm.
No, 100. So he'd be in
Yeah.
12th.
12th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
not
that
bad.
that
He's
is
so
kind of the
good.
weird thing about this year is he's like the guy that took advantage of the seating bracket the most for
Yeah.
his season, and kind of the reason he's at where he's at. So kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at some of these point systems, and some of these guys benefited a lot more than others from it. But
I am shocked that he did so well in that car. I just,
dude drove the
he
wheels
can't-
off
It
of
was
it.
so awesome.
came
So
over,
awesome.
and I mean, he made that mistake in Atlanta, but I wouldn't put that all on him. That was just shitty weather conditions, the car, and do what he expected it to do, and
Yeah, second round with the car, right? So
yeah, like
it happens.
and then
Happens in
literally
these jobs.
hit the brakes in the sense that he thought that the rear end was already stepping out, but she was already. Nuh-uh.
Mm-mm.
We're going straight. We're going. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
do you think his brother's a little bit jealous of?
No way.
No, I think that they have such a good.
I guess my
It's-
question is, are you surprised by the point difference between the two?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I am. I really thought Connor this year was going to be able to show his true colors, but he had a lot of mechanical problems. I think,
I
right?
don't even think it was just mechanical. I think it's setting that car up over in America
Yeah,
with
and then
the different tire grip levels and having to get more mechanical grip out of the car. I think it's a different story over here.
so he DB'd twice, right? If from just booping the wall this season, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was twice.
I don't think that's necessarily why he lost, at least the
No,
last
I don't think.
round.
No, I
But-
don't think. But I'm just saying, like that
Mhm.
goes to show that like that car has no ass end on it,
Correct,
and
yeah.
he's always gonna just put it on the wall. But that him figuring out like it's not all just in the tire, and he's trying to get that mechanical grip out of the car, and now he's got to up the tire pressure a little bit more so he doesn't have to worry about hopefully keep doing that. Because I guess in my head, like that just means like he's running them babies at like 5,
Right.
and like they are just blowing off the bead within an instance. And yeah, I think next year, if he continues to run that same chassis, which I
I
hope
would assume he would.
that he does, yeah, I think it's going to be way better. I think for him, I think he started to pick up halfway through the season, but it just too little, too late type style.
Is he
so-
coming back next year, you think?
Connor,
I
I
hope
think
so.
yes. Jack, I don't know. Jack is a huge question mark. I mean, I've been to their place.
I don't know, but
Like I understand the budget they
logistically-
run on, and it's pretty limited as it is. I just know Connor has a bit
logistically,
more.
wasn't Connor running out of the Sorensen camp this year? And now, obviously, to not be too drama filled, but that relationship isn't there anymore.
Right.
They
So
might
does it make
might still
I
be
don't-
family friends.
maybe, Police Navidad type shit. I don't know why I said that. Anyway,
Assalamu alaikum.
assalamu alaikum. But yeah, I don't know. It's just that's something to think about too, because running the car is one thing, but getting it to places and maintaining it in a different continent is the other thing.
Yeah.
So,
No, 100%. So it'll be interesting to see if both these guys. I think if anyone's coming back, it is going to be Connor. But I don't know. I would love to see them both back. I'd love to see Jack in a car that he actually wanted to build himself. I think that
I
would be
wanna
really
see-
interesting to see.
Jack in a Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5 FD. That's what I want to see.
I would-
personally.
That would be
That'd be
tough.
fun.
God
Uh,
bless the USA. Would that be phenomenal?
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Jeez.
You know what? Throw Alan Hines on one.
Dude,
I want to
3
see
Irish
Manoa in one.
guys.
I'm sorry, man.
Can you
Dude.
imagine Manoa in one? That would
I don't
I
think
don't
I
know.
could. I don't think I
no,
could.
I can't.
Honestly,
No, I can't.
I
Man.
feel like all them ponies that thing would go to
So much America would just
it would blow.
couldn't handle that. No, I could see Manoa in a Papadakis car though. I can see
Uh-huh.
that happening.
like nice, like calm, proper, just
Yep.
good. And like the RTRs are just they're good, but they're not calm. They're proper, but they're just
Yeah.
a lot.
You
Right.
actually make a really interesting comment about Papadakis. Sorry, Herbie. I just
No, you're good.
I
What? Which one?
You just had a little light bulb go off my head because he does obviously drive for Toyota over in Japan, or with
Yeah.
or like in relation with Toyota. That'd be interesting to actually see him come over here and drive the Corolla.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Sorry,
You're
my
so-
ADHD
no, Brandon's
brain.
so
I was like, you know, that
retarded.
actually
I'm
makes a
just
lot of
looking at
sense.
Brandon's face.
He does. He
Oh.
drives a GR Corolla in FD Japan and is testing for WRC. Yep.
For a Toyota.
For Toyota. I mean, there's only 2 of them or 3 of them.
3, man, not a lot of them.
No,
So.
not many.
Yeah, it's either Ford, Hyundai, or Toyota. So
Ford's still in it.
you know,
Yeah,
WRC. I don't even know, to be honest with
I
you.
don't
I
think
don't really
they
keep
are.
up with WRC these days. Look,
I think so. I hope so.
I don't know. I used to be a big fan of that, and then
I think it's
It,
sick. Probably
I
the
only have so
coolest
much
form.
time in the day.
yeah, it's hard to keep up with all
Everything.
these different sections of motorsports. Like, I think that that's probably the coolest one, but
Oh, Phil brings up a
I
fun idea. Sorry, keep going.
I was gonna say, I mean, I could count on one hand how many times I've probably caught a WRC event like on stream. It's hard.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Toyota, Hyundai, Ford, and Skoda.
hell yeah, Skoda.
Hell yeah. Wait, no, that's WRC 2. My bad. Ford, Hyundai, and Toyota. That's it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
That's it.
Phil brings up a fun one. Connor and Jack on Jerry Yang.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd be fun.
wherever
Kinda
those
funny.
guys go, I think would be great. So
Yeah. All I know is I would love to see them back. I just hope the finances are there.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, fuel suspension's got a couple cars laying around,
Well, we kind of have an idea on who's using one of them.
do we think Odie's throwing in the towel on
What?
on just
They're
being solo man again?
chucking Booth in?
That's what it
Chucking
looked
Booth
like.
in the car?
Looking like Sean Booth might be running a little pro spec action next year.
Oh, really?
Is that
But
what he was testing? I thought he was just driving the car because they were there,
He's
I
a
don't
good
know,
driver.
man. I don't know.
He-
I don't
He's a
know. It's
ripper.
just throwing some rumors out there. You might have seen pictures.
I
Don't
feel
know.
like I had mentioned this on one of the practice live streams, just
Mhm.
talking about him one day. Because anytime I'd see him, I always thought that he kind of looked like an asshole, but he was just he was just in his zone. And then like
Yeah.
when I'd see him drive, I'm like, wow, this dude fucking rips.
Yeah, he's a good driver.
And then I saw him just one time outside of actual work time, and he was just looked like he was having a good time. I'm like, all right, yeah, he's just a hardworking guy. So yeah, the guy can rip. I mentioned that. Yeah, I think Seattle. I was talking about him for some reason.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. I wonder if Odie was a bit lonely this year, only running one car. I mean, it didn't. As you can see in the standings, it wasn't like anywhere near his best year.
That's what I mean. Maybe he just, he wanted to give it a college try, just a solo dolo, all horse
Mhm.
blinders on him, and didn't work.
Right.
I mean, ultimately, he was just as good last year. I
And he was
mean,
better last year, wasn't
Better.
yeah, for sure in the standings, I think. But
Yeah.
I mean, like driving skill, it's not like he got worse. He just
Right.
pushed himself into losing a lot of the time,
he?
almost kick flipping at St. Louis, just doing silly stuff here and there from the rest of the season on. Like, yeah, so I could see him having another couple guys again or something.
It'd be fun to see. Shout out Jonathan Castro. Actually, I always think a really good season from him.
Yeah.
Good improvement on his end.
Biggest mover, I think. From what?
I don't know if he's the biggest mover from last year, but
For some reason, I thought you said Jonathan Cash.
19th to, well, he might be the biggest mover down.
That's
But
I was
up.
like, are you guys yanking my
Yeah.
chain here?
19th to 7th. That's 12
It-
spots. And
yeah, that's a heck of a jump. Not including the rookies, obviously, but
Doesn't
that's
count.
I shout out Castro. I
Yeah.
one of those guys that's been doing it a long time and showing that he still got it.
Did
Honestly.
it. Did it all right.
Hopefully, we go back to Orlando for that guy because he really excels there.
Mhm.
He definitely does a fine
He
job there.
loves Orlando.
He's got
Big
a-
Orlando guy.
and he's got a big fan base there. Big Dominican crowd. I mentioned that before. It's fun to listen to. They are loud. They're passionate.
They're a good time.
Yeah. More people need to be like that. And like the Norwegians at Long Beach too. More people need to be like that. Don't
Dude,
get mad
they
at them.
were
Just be
rowdy.
louder. Yeah,
They're awesome.
like
Mad at them, just get louder.
yeah. This is just if you're so buttered about it, then who are you a fan of? Be louder.
Yeah. Do you think anyone's retiring after this year?
Me.
Well, that would be kind of a bummer.
Oh man. Wait, what was the question?
Who do you
Looks like-
do you
looks
think
like Rob is
anybody's
running the stream now, boys.
do you think anybody's retiring this year?
Oh,
Um, maybe Daigo.
well, Daigo's definitely gone.
I don't think
Well,
he's coming back.
you don't think ever you think that he's got you don't think
I think if there's a magical parties flip somehow, something happens in U.S. politics where there's a
oh that
magical
party.
party flip,
Oh.
then he'll come back,
I
like in the
don't-
next year.
I
But that's
think-
I don't think
obviously
he,
not going to happen.
I don't think it would be with Jerry Yang. I don't think he loved that experience, and I don't think he loved being shown up either.
Fucking throw Daigo in an RTR too.
Dude, no. Don't,
Put them
no,
all.
don't do
Put them
that.
all.
The ultimate bumper budget.
Everybody should just be having an RTR because they're the coolest out there. Mine is Fields Corvette. It would be. Do we think he's gonna drive the C8 next year? Yeah,
No.
neither
No.
do I. I know you see it.
Unless-
neither
Sorry,
do I at
sorry,
all.
we're boring. He's not.
Neither do I.
can
Neither
Unless
do
he
I.
gets like,
Neither
unless someone gives him $200,000 to make a spares package, then no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither.
Oh well, I guess they wanted to just leave. I guess it's all good though. I mean, really, what we're kind of looking at is like how long does Ken Gucci want to keep
That's
doing
what
it?
I was saying, dude. Anyway,
Yeah.
who I think's retiring?
What do you think anyone
I don't
is?
know if he can hear us.
I don't know either.
He's
You
fixing
think
it.
Odie's retiring or no?
No.
Still
No.
going?
I mean, obviously, I think Chris is right in the middle of the whole Nissan thing, so I think he would like to keep that going. I know Ryan's got
shoot.
another year on Toyota, so
What we
I thought
think?
his thing is year by year.
I'm
We think
pretty sure it's a
Stuckey's
2-year
gonna
deal,
do.
and I think he's got one more year. That's what I was told.
Oh. Radical.
Yeah, so
Love,
he's on
love
a
it
Toyota
for Uncle
next year.
Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We think Stuckey's gonna continue.
Why wouldn't he continue?
I think he would.
Because like the changes halfway through the season, it doesn't seem like he's like hurting or anything. I just
I know.
I guess
no,
his-
he'll be back.
that also okay. I
Yep.
just know like I say that too because I know that like he isn't hurting and he does a lot of like other just like fun.
It looks like
stuff.
he's refreshing his old chassis.
Yeah, he just be doing stuff.
Or maybe maybe for someone to drive in Pro Spec.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I
I
think he
guess.
might be doing something like that for next year.
Abuski asks
What's his name? I forgot. I found it. I'll say it after this. Go ahead. Cool.
Brandon, how was your experience with Forsberg?
All right, so the dude he's driving with is Braden Loans, Lons. That guy, the M Spec guy, but he may drive for. this dude.
Wait, that doesn't answer the question at all.
How was your experience with Forsberg? I don't know. Couple. It wasn't bad. Learned things, met a lot of cool people. You know, kind of a. I was expecting the question. It's a very off question. It wasn't bad. Met a lot of cool people. Would I drive for an FD driver again, like in an esports way? No, it'd have to be other things that were somewhat discussed before, but not really cemented. It'd have to be more than just esports stuff, I guess, and cement value more is a big thing.
Right.
But it wasn't terrible.
Mhm.
I got to meet Brandon because of
Yeah, I met a lot of great people, had a lot of great connections. Had a
I
lot
thought
of,
he
I
was a
spotted,
school shooter at first.
and then I changed the hair, and now it's fine.
No,
There
he
you
didn't
go.
change the hair. I don't think.
I did change the hair. It's a little long now.
Oh.
I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, but
No, you
okay.
just you changed your attitude.
there we go. Be a little positive. Positive, be happy.
It was all in one
Yeah.
weekend. It was a roller coaster of emotions.
It was
I
a
think.
roller coaster of emotions. You're not wrong.
You were definitely a nervous cat around
I
us.
am a nervous cat. It's the autism. You know, a little bit of tism at first when you meet new people, but it happens. Happens on those.
Bus driver walks up to me. He's like, "Dude, you think Brandon's all right?" I'm like, "Oh, in what way?" I'm like, I don't really know. I'm like, he hasn't really said much. Like, yeah. So
Yeah, there's some things I wasn't happy with at first. I was kind of treated like I was like a Make-A-Wish kid, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. Like, because it was, I don't know. Brandon was just
same.
being nice, but I love Brandon. Brandon's cool. He was just,
Big B.
we get
Right.
Big B. Yeah, we get over it though.
Now
He was
he's
just like
fucking. Now he's got the crazy
stash,
caterpillar
dude.
stash and the Fendi
Dude,
fits on.
dude.
Sheesh.
What's up? But yeah, no, it was a good experience. I uh I
You guys
enjoyed
think
it.
Masayama should come back?
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think he should come back. Yeah.
Just
I think he did great. He
Yeah.
came in and was like, "All
Whip
right,
some ass.
this is how you drive the car."
Seems like he's really good at the big tracks though. When you get a little
Mhm.
small, he struggles a little bit.
He
But
does struggle a little bit, but
the big tracks, he fucking rips at, dude. Make all the tracks big. He's a champion.
yeah.
I think if you gave him a little bit more seat time in that bad boy, he would have probably figured it out on there.
Yeah.
But I also don't think that car truly was great. It seemed like it had tons of power, all this, that, the other thing, but it just you could hear it in the throttle in both of them that drove it. Even Manoa's dad, when he drove it, it's just very sounded kind of laggy. It maneuvered around the course kind of like scary sometimes, but yet, especially Masayama, like he made it work. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like that it just took a good driver. He was basically the band-aid over the problem, which was the car.
Yeah. No, honestly though, I think it'd be sweet to have him back. I think he proved that he's improved immensely as a driver, which was
Yeah.
really cool to see. In terms of prospect guys moving up, who do you think should be moving up? Do you think the top three? I'm just gonna quick load these guys up. You got Cody
don't
Buchanan,
think-
Nate Chen.
I think Chen may move up
Oh,
depending on if he gets funding because
Connor O'Sullivan. No.
what?
uh,
I don't think Buchanan's gonna move up. I don't think he's
Yeah, it's a big budget jump. I know
It's
he
like-
wants to.
he's a fuel suspension driver, so maybe if he hops into Odie's car, that'd be pretty rad. But
I know
there's
it's not
the
cheap
others.
though.
Not cheap, Alaska, I'd love to see him move up. I'd love to see Cole move up, even though he got fifth. I think
Dimitri might move up.
dude, I think Dimitri should stay up. To be honest with you, all right.
Well,
That
yeah,
was
I
actually
think
one
so,
of the
too.
comments. Is hopefully he's just running one car, and like honestly, bud, like just run the one car, please. Like
Please.
that's
Well, and I think
Because-
that there should be a limit. I think that when you move up from pro spec, I think you should be allowed max maybe 2 seasons.
yeah. Oh, and I feel like he proves that if you don't have RTR money, like running a 2-car team just destroys you and the budget and the cars because they don't get all properly maintained, and then you're doing twice the maintenance. Like it just looked like it was an absolute nightmare of a season for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants Malachi. What's up, Malachi?
Malachi.
Wants Cole to move up.
There we
At that,
go.
Cole.
Dude, and this is
Could-
this is and
Cole
this is
could
where
move
this
up,
is the other
yeah.
conversation of increasing a driver count. Would you make the exception now, since we had so many guys last minute that were that close? Like you got a driver like Cole, who I think
Yeah,
financially could
I think so.
make it work.
He
I think
Financially,
it would
and-
be good for the
and
sport
skill.
personally to have a couple more of these guys move up. You know,
I think. So. What about the person in 11th? Do you think they should move up?
I mean, at that point, money talks. Like, and here's the
All
thing,
right.
right? It's like,
That's 2 number ones. That's basically first place twice.
well, it's also Rockstar sponsored driver. You gotta remember that. Who's the title sponsor of FD?
Not Rock. I guess it is. Is it Rockstar?
Because we all just wanna be big rock stars.
So
This dude's crashing
just
out
think
over
about
here.
that. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I
I don't
know.
know.
I know that was a conversation that I think she wants to try and get moved up to pro, but we'll see.
I think
That's the case. I think Colette should go up to pro as well.
I think 10 out of 10. I think
10 out of 10.
I think Corey Talaskers.
Alaskers. I think the Richards should as well.
Cole, yeah.
Dude, I'm all for here. And here's the thing: I'm all for it because we know these guys can drive. I don't think they're going to be a detriment to the series. Like as you saw, you got Mata, O'Sully, and Tilo all moved up. Were perfectly competitive. I don't think they really brought down the field at all in terms of driver ability.
Good program guys. And like it's nothing against Derek, but like Derek doesn't necessarily have like the best program for him. Like he is fighting, every day to keep that operation, it seems like, going and like battling, like just going through such a rough patch at the early stages of switching from prospect to pro, while in prospect was like going from round to round and like truck was breaking down, shit like that. And it's like that when you're already just trying to get the budget to do this, it really hurts your mental to keep you on track to doing well. And then like your budget is already just in the shitter, like I said. So
well, and that's the thing is like, if I had to pick a guy that's could possibly drop out and not come back next year, it might be him, just because budget, man.
It's expensive.
It's so hard to keep doing this, and
Yeah.
I was almost surprised to see him this year. Like I think he was partially surprised he was here this year.
Yeah, so I'd say him or Hurst, or him and Hurst. I could see them.
And we talked a little bit this last episode. I was like, I feel bad because I feel like it would have been a different story if he kept the E46.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna die on that hill. And he's a good buddy of mine, and I've known him for a very long time. But I get why he did it, but man, I just wish he's kept the car that he was good at driving.
Yeah,
true. I got a question.
Yeah.
Speaking of V8s and big superchargers and all that, what do you think they'd allow a gun sponsorship in an FD?
Oh, Walters, you're talking.
Yeah. If we've been looking at the no back and the reader stories, we've been seeing.
Well, Caleb
Walters
Quambeck's been sponsored by them now for a minute.
Yeah, but Quambeck's not an FD driver. That's what I'm
saying.
Correct. Like if Walters were,
I do
how do you say
believe
it?
that
Walters
is allowed.
Yeah.
I believe it's allowed.
That, and it's either like I think it's called Silencer Shop or something like that.
That's the one that's working with Reader, I believe. Or there's somebody that's working with Reader. That's related.
For that one shot.
I think that's allowed.
Not
I think it would be.
That I just never mind.
Yeah. I hope it's
video
allowed.
Shoot. Yeah,
I hope it's
seeing
allowed.
that Novak's hanging out over there with
by
that
the way.
camp, I think that'd be pretty slick. You know,
that'd
be pretty cool. Because speaking of just like money and that sort of thing, like Novak's another one because, when you have a tire sponsor as the main sponsor, it's always like you always got to question it, like just like from previous drivers and whatnot. It's like, is that tire sponsor is it just giving tires and like that's the biggest thing they got this year, so it's on the door, or are they giving them money? Like,
yeah,
gotta ask
I
those
know
questions.
a couple guys were putting tire sponsors on their door, and then it wasn't. They were still paying for tires.
Yeah, exactly. So just think of that like a third guy in terms of that sort of thing. No back, just seeing that.
Yeah,
thinking about that. So
yeah,
it would be sick.
It'd be interesting. I hope all of the tires stay this year for next year.
I don't know.
But what do you guys think about Kuma? You think Kuma's coming back?
No.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's hard out here for
Did they find a
him.
new
I know
factory for
they had to
the?
probably rebuild it.
Are they
but-
rebuilding it? Or are they finding it somewhere? Or what?
I don't know, and it's a bummer because like
Yeah, it seemed
one,
like
FD is
it was
already
kind of
limited
shady.
on tires, right? And it's
Yeah.
like we just need more. I wonder if like an X comp would be someone that wants to jump in.
I don't know about that one. I mean, maybe they seem to be doing well these days.
That I would say yes, because if you were to just walk into a room of tire brands and you look around and it's like a ghost town of other what I feel like contenders that would even have the budget to get into
And I'm not
FD,
saying
let
they would
alone
be
with
necessarily
the quality.
like the best, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a Kumo.
Right.
Like you can't I can't imagine that by any means was the best tire. I don't
Right.
think it was the worst.
I don't think it was terrible. I think all
Yeah.
tires were
I think
pretty
you-
on par
yeah.
this year.
Yeah, I think
the
they were
first
all
year
pretty
Kuma was
good.
in FD. I think it was not
It
great.
was a little poo poo. So
Mhm.
this
But-
year it looked big and squishy.
What
honestly.
about Accelera?
No,
No, because they're
that's-
bad
it's a
tires,
f-
or no, because they don't have the money.
that's a fun tire. That's not a
Right.
from a competitive standpoint. That would be
I think their advertisement or
yeah.
advertising
Their whole
that-
campaign is fun, like fun tires, not
Okay.
comp stuff. You know.
I think logistically, I think they could probably. They're
Probably
one of the
could.
companies that probably could
They
make
could.
something work if they came out with like a new compound for a competition tire, for example, that we didn't
Yeah.
know about. Then it would
I
maybe make sense. But like
think
that's a company, because they work so closely with Drift HQ and whatnot, and you see their tires all over the place in terms of
Yeah.
grassroots stuff.
for sure. Yeah, and they'd be
Uh-huh.
doing their pro am comps and
Mhm.
all whatnot. So yeah, no, it's definitely not. They could do it if they really wanted to, but I just don't know if that would be something that they want to do. There's such a I feel like an icon of now grassroots. Like when I
yeah,
think of
they
like
are the
if
grassroots heroes.
if I was to go and get like just a tire for an event, I would look at Accelera. Like that
Yeah.
would be one of the first like brands that I would look at for price.
The biggest I would see moving into it would be XComp, just because they're not only grassroots and fun, but they have a couple pro drivers in the form of Reese Conklin and Jonathan Nairn, and even
Yeah.
Federico Sharifo was testing there. I think it
Oh.
was a 305/30 or
I'm
something.
Forsberg. I'm
Yeah,
Forsberg.
And
Forsberg.
well, yeah, and for I guess Jackson's driving the Carbon Z.
And the
Uh,
Ultimaniac
kid.
is on them.
Yeah, but that's more of a fun car. That's not a comp car, you know.
Still a pretty good fucking.
Pretty good car right there.
That's a lot. That's a lot of beans
That's
in
a
that
lot of-
thing.
that's- I can-
So
I can honestly see Kumo coming out next year and then XComp stepping up. I could 100% see that
Yeah.
for next year.
like because they got like the funds for the off road shit. So they they at least have something. And I never really heard of them, to be completely honest with you. Up until this year at Hyperfest, when the dude in the little purple buggy, sorry, I'm forgetting your
see.
name, sir.
They used
but-
to be a Gladiator tire. That
Okay.
was they were and they were big in off road because DDE, like Daily Driven Exotics, was first sponsored by them, like 2017, 2016 Gladiator. I was always like, what the hell is Gladiator? But then they rebranded to XComp and did more, I guess, street tires and that sort of thing.
Now it
So,
seems like they're marketing a lot more. They're caring about really pushing their brand. Because otherwise,
yeah,
never heard
Like-
of them.
out of the blue this year. Not really out of the blue, but just like super hard this year. Just
Yeah.
all of the marketing stuff. It's pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, Phil brings up Zek Nova as well.
Yeah, why didn't
Yeah.
they let Zach go in?
That's
I mean,
like a
I don't know if they
Vitor
said no to Zek
situation.
Nova. I don't know.
think they did.
Did they?
Think
And it's
so.
always it's so weird. So this is the weird thing with FD and tire brands is it is one of the weirdest. I feel like clicks
I
to
feel,
get
I,
into.
I
You know
almost
what I'm
It's a
saying?
cult.
yeah,
Yeah.
I almost picture it as like you're walking in to this like
Dark room.
dark room, but like you're going and it's like a fucking $150,000 like buy-in table just to buy the like, and you're
Yeah,
going to
just
gamble with some of the biggest names. That is like some like weird.
yeah, the Rothschilds are in there for some reason.
Yeah. And then like they're betting, every chip's 50 grand,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, and then you got these little guys,
Yeah,
like I
you got
said,
the
that you're
Vitors
walking
coming
in
in.
and you're
And they're like, "Hey
oh,
guys, let's go in,"
it's
and
like,
then they
oh,
get
well,
kicked out after
yeah,
a year.
I
You
bought
know?
I bought my spot though. It's like, nah, buddy, have a good one. You got it's like you got no more betting money, so have
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah, I
So
mean that's that, and here's the challenge, right? Because I feel like the other tires dictate who gets in,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why Valino's not in FD. The other tires were gonna pull out if Valino was let in FD. That was what I was told a while back. Just because their tire compound is that sticky
Yeah,
compared to everyone else.
yeah, they would definitely have to come up with something that is more within, I think, what everybody else has going on here.
Yeah, same thing. Sorry, same thing with like a Ling Long, like someone said, or I forget the tire
That's
brand
pretty
that.
Macho Mucho.
Macho Mucho.
I don't think the Macho Muchos were like really good. I think the Ling Longs were
Oh,
like
those things.
super sticky over in Japan, and same with the tire that Jack and Connor run in Drift Masters, which I cannot remember right now. But that was
Yeah,
another pretty sticky
Extreme.
tire. Yeah, the
Extreme.
extremes.
Yeah.
So
The retreaded Valinos.
yeah, so like that's kind of the thing where you have to balance, like the tire companies are almost like the balancing act of like, okay, we'll let you in if you have a crappy tire kind of thing, and that way they have somewhat of an advantage. That's why I think a lot of the times when you see a tire company come in for the first year, it's just not a good tire.
Yeah.
And then they bring out the good tire after a year, after they get accepted in or whatever. I mean, it happened with Kenda, it happened with Kumo, it happened with, well, I guess Federal never really, I don't know if they really ever had a competitive tire. But
They were in FT though, right? They had
Yeah.
their
Yeah,
five.
for a couple
the
years,
595
yeah.
RSR.
Yeah. Yeah,
R.
I remember when Biostrike used to say how great they were, and then he tried a GT for the first time. It's like yeah, they were pretty cheap back then. Like the Federals were pretty fucking cheap.
That's
So
about it.
yeah, they were pretty hard. Not gonna lie. So
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I'm that's another thing I feel like is going to make it easier for the drivers if there are more tire companies in FD. It's a weird click thing, but I just hope FD is pushing for more tire brands. I mean, I know they got to do their own thing and make sure it's competitive series and make sure they're getting paid and all that kind of stuff. But still, like, can we make it easier on the drivers? Because the more tire brands you have in the series, theoretically, because you're required to sponsor 3 drivers if you're in the series. So I mean, that's just more theoretically tire dollars to go around for drivers, which is their biggest expense outside of like driving to the events and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You need at least three people
at least. And honestly, if you can get 5, that's ideal, in my opinion. 5 tire brands is kind of like where you want to be, at least.
Oh, I mean 3 drivers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you need 3 drivers.
Yeah, 3 drivers for your sponsor.
Correct.
Which I think is cool because it's almost like that sense of a franchise type style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get a company like Nitto, which is very interesting because they've been around FD for so long, but it's not like they sponsor the entire field.
Mm-mm.
They're very selective. It's only the big guys, the big dogs, big money teams.
But I mean, like you look at their history though too, and like it took them it took them a long time to get to like the winning point. You know, they always had Vaughn, and
Mhm.
Vaughn was doing what, you know, he did win on them back in the day. But to get to what the tire is now, you know, and I think it took all of this other competition out there, you know, and now people look at certain brands and they're like, that is like the best one. Like at one point, people would look at Falcon and they'd be like, that's the shit. Like that's the one. Like one, I think the iconic car colors, and then you know they do good,
Right.
and they're like, that's the one. And
Yeah.
then it turned in, you know, now Nitto. It's like holy shit. And then even GT though, but like there's so many GT drivers that
There's not that like that
that
club, you know?
yeah, that
Like remember,
feeling, yeah.
yeah, that exclusivity, you know, like the teal and blue club. Not everyone could run a teal and blue car. You could be sponsored by Falcon,
Yeah.
but you had to be the guy. You had to be
Yeah.
the jam to run a teal and blue car. When I was a child, well, more of a child, when I was a wee little lad, my dream would be to drive a teal and blue car in FD, you know, and
Yep.
that's what I feel Nitto's kind of doing now because of their pedigree, you know, especially with James winning this year, last year,
Mm-hmm.
Osbo winning all those years, the
Yeah,
2 years, I
Denofa.
guess, like
there
Denofa.
even
Uh,
prior to this year with you know, having the opportunity with Nitto, I what
Nitto's won the drivers' championship since 2020. I just realized
well
that.
oh the driver, oh okay, not the tire cup.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say the tire cup definitely like not
Oh.
just
But
because
like
it's
the drivers'
GT car.
championship since 2020, the champion has driven on Nittos.
Yeah.
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 That's a crazy stat. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's a great time. But like I it was the same thing with Falcon again. I could picture that tire tread. And I was just again like a nerd growing up and I wanted to be that Falcon driver. And like then it like transitioned to Nitto and I can like it's such an iconic, it's stupid. It's so a
Yeah.
nerd, like it's just like
I
why
still remember
like
the Achilles tire tread.
the Achilles one,
Yeah.
yeah, that one wasn't as
Achilles.
long lived for me, but like
Yeah.
I did love Achilles because it was
Yeah.
the main tire sponsor, right? The main, I believe, of FT from 2011 or
Couple years.
12 until
Maybe.
yeah
I think so.
15,
Yeah.
15 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like that Falcon RT 615, I could see that tread in my head. And the
Mm-hmm.
NT 555 and the
Yeah.
NT 05 R triple eights. That's not a drift tire, but I could see that in my head too, you know?
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
So
Falcon will ever make a comeback?
Uh, maybe one
maybe.
day.
Maybe
Maybe
one
one day.
day. Yeah, maybe. You sell more road tires, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It would be
Yeah.
cool. Maybe they just needed a little timeout. Maybe you know.
Yeah.
And I think what they do with JTP and they had Evan, you know, coming in and
Bogovic.
Bogovic
Oh, nice.
driving some cars during Grid Life this past year. Uh, I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the how whatever, but Evan can drive well, and he's a good dude. So like seeing them still out and about, and I know that the spectators at those events appreciate seeing like those cars, even though JTP's is the S550, the newer version. It's still the colors. It's iconic as shit. Like, and he throws down every goddamn lap. Obviously, it's JTP. Guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Yogi, they ain't coming back. Yep, yep, they ain't coming back. So I can't imagine them too, but
Yeah.
we you know one could maybe dream.
They're
Yeah.
pretty big in grid life right now, right? Even in the like the
Mhm.
road series, like the GLTC and the
Yeah, I mean the winner of
Club
GLTC
PR
was
stuff.
on a Falcon,
Yeah.
so it's not like
Mhm.
they're
And
not spending money. So I would love to see them back, but you're right. It's an expensive series to sponsor. Let's be honest here.
Who knows?
yeah.
It's ultimately not even probably money. Who knows
No.
what politics went on behind closed doors? Who someone might have pissed off,
Mm-hmm.
and they just said, you know what, dude, fuck this on
Get
either
out!
end. Yep, it could have been on either end, honestly. So
Yeah,
like
I mean, shit. They sponsor Nappy Boy, like Hurt T-Pain. You know.
yeah.
So
They're still around,
yeah,
but yeah.
they sponsor StanceWorks, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
You know, very cool cars there.
Yeah.
Cool cars.
Oh,
Cool
we'll
cars.
see. We have hit the 2 hour mark. We haven't even talked about 2026 yet. All I'm gonna say is it's gonna be
I'm
very
winning.
different.
Yeah.
I'm winning.
You're winning, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Because all I was
Drop it in
gonna
there.
say, and I saw Greg in the chat earlier, and he's like, it's gonna be very different next year when it comes to tracks. So that's all I can really say at the moment. I think we've hinted at a couple tracks that we're not coming back to next year. But yeah, schedule, and I know SEMA is right around the corner, and we're supposed to get maybe a tentative schedule. I think people are going to be surprised at how many of those are going to be determined still.
No, I had to get a new bracelet because when I fell on my Scooty Puff, I lost my bracelet.
Oh no.
I guess I went looking for it last night, so I had to get looking good for a SEMA. You know, when I'm sitting at the table,
No, yeah,
fucking
Yeah.
hitting it big,
big time.
Big.
hitting it big time, and I'm dragging Nate's ass out there with me.
Oh my god!
Like I said last week, I'm doing it. You coming with me? We're gonna
boy.
I'm gonna teach you the ways of the roulette table. It's quite simple. You just put the money down, and then you drink your drink, and then you say, "Oh my god, I won!" And you say, "Oh shucks, better luck next time." and
That's how it works,
then,
right?
and then you just look away. You don't have to think.
You don't
You
even
don't
gotta
got-
look at.
You don't
Nope.
got to look at other people's like, oh, it's like, all right, this guy's got this, that, the other thing. I got this. No, you just the ball is in their court.
That's
it.
funny.
Jesus is taking the wheel, and you get the drinks. That's it, baby. That's fucking mint.
100%.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
All fired up thinking
No.
about it.
Yeah, next week's gonna be fun.
He's
Don't worry,
excited.
I'm gonna bring the camera with me. We'll obviously
Can't do it in the casino.
No, but we'll be having some fun next week. We'll be filming bits and pieces of what we're allowed to film and
Wait.
have some good times. I'm excited for next week, even though like I wasn't really planning on going to SEMA. I kind of got an offer where I was like, I can't say no, so I'm going, and I think it'll be a lot of fun though. I think it'll be a good time. If you guys are at SEMA, be sure to come say hi. I probably will be hanging out with the Shelby XComp area.
Oh, you're filming? You're filming the
Yes.
Optima
Oh
thing?
shit!
Nice.
He's
Nice.
XComp guy, big XComp.
Big XComp guy.
I
Big
don't know.
Optima batteries guy here.
I'm just here to film some
Okay.
Mustangs, is what I was told. So we'll see.
Nice.
Oh, not the RTR ones. Though.
No,
You're with I could say their
Naren.
name, right?
Yeah,
Who?
Oh, Naren? Okay.
yeah. I'm going
Oh.
to hang out with Naren.
Naren and Justin Bauer and all
Mhm.
them guys.
Oh,
Mhm.
that guy.
Nice.
Yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, come check us out at I assume the Optima area and wherever else we'll be. But
Penn Island.
is that right?
Is that what they call it these days?
Is that where you're going,
Mhm.
Herbie?
Yep, express ticket.
I mean, you kind of were pretty secretive about where you were going in the beginning of the next week. So I mean, I'm not gonna judge, but it's okay. It's all good.
Oh, for the since I'll be missing the next episode.
Yeah. Let's go to Penn
Yogi,
Island, guys.
Yogi, can I say it? Hold
Oh,
on.
I feel like this was like
Oh,
last
we said it.
week's
Yeah, we
discussion.
said it.
This
I
is
was.
like
Yeah, we're
deja
going.
vu.
Yeah, we're going to Florida.
There we go. Yeah.
take
Yeah.
in some sun.
Check out Herbie and I at Spearmint Rhino. At what? What? That sounds like sex style.
It sounds like a
Sounds
rhino.
like Penn
pill.
Island is what it sounds
I'm-
like.
I'm all for it, but
I just looked it up. It's the Gentleman's Club. It's a strip club in Vegas. 38,000 square feet. Fucking A. That's a big strip club.
wow.
Good Lord.
All right. Okay. Yeah, no, that's all right. Well, also, I I have to. I keep forget. Might get a tattoo Friday. Like,
Oh my
Big tattoo
gosh.
guy. Big tattoo guy.
Is it gonna go on your forehead? You need a forehead tattoo.
mm-hmm.
Big old one in the noggin.
Yep, I'm gonna put right over my mouth. Insert here.
Oh, all right. That's kind of all right. It's a kids show. Relax.
It's a kid. No,
Definitely not a kids show.
I don't think so.
No.
Wait, go live. Go live where? Oh, at Cletus? Yeah, I forgot.
No,
Okay.
at Spearmint Rhino.
At Spearmint, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I can get fucking probably beat up by a guy that weighs 330 pounds, 6'6". That's
An
fucking,
ex-Raiders linebacker.
yeah, literally snapped me in
Sucks.
half with fucking his fingers.
Yep.
I don't know, fellas. Maybe. Yeah, actually, I think I still got the Daily Driver video login, so
Yeah,
perhaps,
there you go, buddy.
perhaps, the end of the stream is the best. It's the best part. I thought you were gonna say the best part of like when I die,
Yeah,
basically
right.
from
There you
the from the bouncer. I would like to. I think Yogi had said that there is like a cool casino that you can stream inside. Is like Streamers Casino. We could go there. I
We'll
just
see.
feel like I'm gonna lose money there. Like that.
Right.
That to me is like, yeah, no, yeah, bring your cameras in so everybody can watch you get fucked. So, and Yogi has also experienced how I make my bets, and it's not smart. It's not smart.
fun of it, though.
It's with the heart. It's all with the heart. It's not with the brain.
See, and that's
It's
why
fun.
FBI is not knocking down your door. It's because you lose.
Hey.
I did pretty good. It's just my thing is my pretty good is small hands. If I was betting,
Right. Well, if you were making real money, then you might have a problem
this
there.
is like
you know.
this is real money to me. This is like I'm my ones, bitch. No, I'm kidding. I still got 200 schmeckles from that trip that I
200
haven't
schmeckles.
touched. I just touch it in my bank account, so it's like más o menos
6, 7.
6
I see
You
in the
get
chat
it,
for betting
alright?
advice.
1,001s, 10s, 100s, rests, and what? I need to pay some debt for my ladies. Am I your lady?
Oh my gosh.
I could be El Cortez. Mommy, don't play Jack Tack with Herbie.
I want to play blackjack with Herbie. I think that'd be fun.
I'm
Dude, that'd be
good.
funny.
I am not
It'd
bad.
be fun. It'd be
I
pretty
hit-
fun.
I-
We should do it.
I do hit and stay weird. Like if it's a 16, it's like you gotta feel it. Like people,
Pause.
when you're like, oh, you got hit. No. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna get tased or shot here if I don't. Like that would be a crazy roulette game. I mean, a blackjack game if that was the case. I'd probably also sit down for that one. It would be like
man.
it would be like Liar's Bar, but without the lying. You just have to abide by the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. El Cortez is a casino. You can record in. Okay, gotcha. Not a woman. Oh,
Good to know.
right. Not one that
Brandon, what are you doing next week?
Am I doing next week?
coming to see me.
I
See?
wanted to. I have a delivery in Texas.
No, he's
next
actually
week.
making money.
Oh yeah.
That's like halfway.
I know, but it's on a Saturday, so I was thinking about going like early, like land Tuesday, have some people hang out with out there, and then leave Thursday and go to Texas. But I probably won't. I am planning to go to PRI though, for whatever reason. I don't even know if there's a good reason to. There's a reason to. I
Yeah,
know
it was a
there
good
is.
time.
I have plans. But
Definitely recommend PRI if you guys haven't been.
yeah.
I will also
It's
be
still,
there.
it's just, it just isn't Vegas.
Yeah, I know.
No,
That's why
but
I want to go.
it's
To seem like
also
it's
not
Vegas.
100,000 plus people, and it's
And that's the fun part. It's just brutally cold in Indianapolis in
yeah,
December.
but you know
That's
all
it.
of the people that are your friends with are there. You
Yes.
got
Yeah.
when you go to
And
SEMA, it's your friends and then 100,000 other people.
Yeah,
that,
true.
they could be your friends, or
They could be if you tried.
or they could all suck your balls if you really, just
Keep trying,
you know,
Herbie. You can just
get
keep
like
trying,
a
okay?
get like a 12 prop drone and fly me over the whole crowd, and I just keep my legs up, my balls swing over everybody. Suck my nuts. Suck my...
Oh man.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
go
am
check out
trying to.
Boundless
Yeah.
Racing. Go check
Yeah, we're
out.
doing some cool things, great things in the works, crazy things in the works. Not even joking. We're doing very cool things. Can't talk about it yet, but
Go check out Herbie
it
Media.
has to do with drifting, so it's gonna be cool.
Hopefully he
I
stays
love
out of
drifting.
jail next week.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Hopefully, I'm not gonna say a joke, but yeah.
I'm gonna stay out of jail. I can't afford it. Don't do the crime if you can't do the money.
Valid point. I will also be at
Mhm.
SEMA. I appreciate all you guys checking out the stream. Be sure to give it a like and subscribe. And